for life. You know what I'm saying? Right now, I'm pretty much content with just rhyming all day.
Or Digital can instantly share pictures.
I can start. Hello. I am sorry, but I must interrupt this show.
You know what it is. Hey, Ham solo. It's time, baby. Low. Let's turn out we do. Hey.
They said we said we hit. They said we said we on. They said we said we strong. They said we said we go. We say that you heard right. 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 They said we said we in. They said we said we on. They said we said strong. They said we said go. We say that you heard right. We say that you heard right. We say that you heard right. We say that you man. I swear that it's imminent. I've been going so hard on my penmanship. About to go in and buy me a whip. And I pull that shit fresh off the dealership. I can leave you in red like an Xbox. Got me laughing at you like you red fox. Got you chasing Hot Wheels like a matchbox. EA running the game and it don't stop. Super cold like I'm playing for Blizzard. Got you all in my sights like Red Dead Redemption. Never gonna slip on my pimpin'. Better get out my way, bitch, I'm on a mission. Really ain't no competition. I'm steady grilling opposition. I'm get up and ready to win. They can play it how they play, but fuck what you say. I'm getting this money today. Last of us like a dying breed. Down the ride like a noble steed. Fatality moves, I make you bleed. That's on any game, that's on any screen. Shut up and give me your money. They said we so lit. Even if I take an L, we coming back just to show that we don't quit. They said we said we hit. They said we said we on. They said we said we strong. They said we said we go.
Greetings and salutations, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another installment of the Lowdown on TSWS Gaming. I'm Luke7, and joining me as always is my co-host, Mr. Ham Solo 05. Ham, how you doing?
I'm okay.
Just okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
All right. Beginner, welcome in. Ham, what you been playing?
Right now, I'm playing Balatro or whatever, and I don't like it.
Really?
No.
You are the first person that said that.
I'm not feeling it.
Okay. Do you want to give us more details, or you just gonna leave it there?
I've just never really been big into card games, and I tried to hop on it to see if maybe I'd get interested quickly, and I don't know. I'm deleting this.
Wow.
Yeah.
Everyone else that I've seen on the timeline talking about Balatro, almost everyone's like, yeah, dude.
It's on Game Pass, so I got to try it.
Yeah. And it's just not working. I'm
like some about card games just are not interesting to me. I don't know. Even hanging out, there's only a few card games that I can really kind of get with. Spades is really fun to me. I don't mind playing some poker, but I'm not a gambler. So poker usually isn't really worth any time to me.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Uno is fine too. But the only card game that I like with actual cards, not random games, is Spades, really.
Interesting.
Yeah, I've never been that big into card games. I'd honestly rather play dominoes than cards. Dominoes or spades, I'm cool with those two. I know a lot of people. I know there's probably some people listening to this and being like, "Man, that sounds so typical." Typical brother. I don't want to play spades and motherfucking dominoes. But hey, that's what I grew up playing, and that's what I enjoy. And I've never really liked card games. Just never been a jam for me.
All right.
But I got points for playing it. That was my 8th game of the month for the Game Pass 8-pack. to be able to get 350 points. So it did something.
Mm.
But I've
Alright.
been playing Avowed lately.
Mm.
And pretty much is it for the most part. No Mass Effect. I've been streaming that every day during the day. Yeah, I know. There's probably a lot of people that like I'm seeing the Gina says he likes Balatro. Fuzzy says Balatro's cool. Yeah, it's just not for me.
No.
Nope.
Alright. I haven't played it because card games usually I do like card games a lot, and everyone that's spoken about trying Balatro, like almost everyone, even last year before it went to Game Pass, when it was announced as Game of the Year, I saw a lot of people that were like, "This is some trash. Why is this a nominee at the Game Awards?" And then they went out to buy it just to prove a point. And then like 2 or 3 days later, they'd come back and be like, "Yeah, but that was pretty awesome." And then I was like, "Oh, okay, so this might be one of those Vampire Survivor situations for me
It might
personally."
be. It's just like the entry for me is card game, and that is not.
Mm, okay, all right, fair enough.
Vampire Survivors was really fun though. I could play Vampire Survivors for hours on end.
Just keep going.
Latro, I just look at the cards and I just get bored immediately.
Okay, all right. Welcome in everybody in the chat. The Guinea, Fuzzy Tomato, Kelly, appreciate you.
You know what's funny, Luke?
Yeah.
Is games with cards in them as power ups
Hmm.
turn me off as well. Like it just seems like just things with
Oh,
cards turn me off. Like when I went to go play Back for Blood, remember that came to Game Pass and it was supposed to be a big deal.
yeah.
I turned the game on and I selected my character. I was excited, and before the level started, it was like, "Here's the cards you're dealt, like for like power ups and stuff like that." And I was like, "Well,
Hmm.
I'm out." I went on ahead and played the level with them because it was 4 people playing all at the same time, and nope, don't. I don't remember the last time I played a game where I completed that was like a card game. Like, I mean, I guess I've played some sports games that have cards. That's a real turnoff for me too. Like college football 25.
Hmm.
You have cards that you get to, make your own team, roster, stuff like that.
Yeah. That's like
And
Ultimate Team, right?
exactly, it's the exact same thing.
I hate Ultimate Team.
And it's the same thing on 2K as well, right? And to
Yeah.
me, it's just like it's such a really lazy way of getting like stats or teammates or building something, in my opinion.
Hmm.
Like it really reminds me of the conversation me and you have had in the past about being like, man, remember where you had to grind to get spider skins and all these different games?
Fighters on Tekken,
Yeah, and
and
like,
and armor suits in Halo.
how many
You
times
know?
you had to do a race in Sega GT before you could buy
Yeah.
a car, and like now there's all these shortcuts that make that, since there is the shortcuts, now it makes actually just trying to play and get it seem like a fool's errand.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it really hits for me like that in the sports cards like that. I'm just like, man, you guys stink. It has nothing to do with skill, me versus another player. It just has to do with who spent the money or spent the obscene amount of time.
All right. All right. Hey man,
Tirade.
preference is one of those things, man. We can discuss and disagree to a certain point, but at a certain point, it has to be just about preference. You know what I mean? It just is what it is. Like Path of Exile 2, for example, is an excellent game. Objectively, it's an excellent game, but for some people, it just does not click, and that's fine. Fuzzy says, "I like the Ultimate Team stuff for the show and Madden. It sucks in NBA 2K." Wow. Okay, that's an interesting take because I hate everything Ultimate Team. Everything, like the whole thing. If I could scrap it, I'd do it. Welcome in, Raichi says, "Sons of Midnight was a terrible game for me." Raichi, how do you feel about
No,
other
Midnight
turn-based?
Suns.
Yeah, did you feel the same way, Ham?
Midnight Suns. I never played it, but isn't that a card game
I think it's a turn-based game.
with
Uh,
cards,
I'm
right?
I'm not sure how cards fit into it.
Are there
Yes, there are
cards?
cards. There's a card system. I'm just not sure about how it works. I'm saying like my issue with like Ultimate Team and stuff like that is actually not.
Yep, there is cards in Midnight Sun. Every deck needs to have eight cards in total, and at least one of each type. Such a turn off. What's
The
funny
game
is
is,
I almost
yeah.
bought that game when it was $30.
And then when you saw card stuff, you're like, oh, okay, never mind.
No, I actually seen the turn base, and I mixed that with my love for Marvel, and it told me to leave.
Oh, you don't like the idea of turn-based. That's what stopped you.
Well, like I'm not a huge fan of turn base, and I'm also not a huge fan of Marvel. Like I like Marvel, but I'm not a huge fan of them, right?
So it was DC
And it was
maybe.
just like two mild things didn't make me want to get Midnight Sun. You know what I mean?
Again. Yeah, I got you. I got you.
Like Hogwarts, it was like a game like Hogwarts. The lore was extremely mid to me. Like I don't like Harry Potter,
Yeah, but the gameplay
but
looked
the gameplay
smooth.
and the story in within the game itself, not like based on the lore, but just like within like the RPG elements of what you could do,
Yeah.
that was fun. And I mean, like, I'm not gonna pass up on something fun, but Midnight Suns, like, dude, I don't even know if I'm gonna have fun with the turn base, and I don't care about the story. So it's like, what the fuck? Why'd I come here again? If I bought it, it would have just went immediately into the backlog, and me and Matt game share. Matt would have never played it. I would have never played it, and it would have just been a waste of money.
Okay. All right. All right. I actually got it, but you know what? You might have a point on Midnight Sun specifically. I got it with Epic Games, Epic free games. Like I redeemed the voucher or the access or whatever for the game, but I still have not like installed it and played it. So
There's a pretty cool article that I sent you.
is it about Marvel?
Fuck
Midnight
no.
Sun.
Why would I send you anything about that? I don't want to keep talking about that.
Yo, okay. That's kind of violent, Ham. It's kind of violent.
It's not violent. It's just I want to keep talking about it. I'm not like these other guys that want to just beat the hell out of something because I don't like I'm ready to move on. Like I don't want to talk about something I'm not a fan of. Like I don't want to be disrespectful to developers and stuff like that. Like, hey, I don't
Oh,
like this
Christ.
game. Let's move on.
All right. Well, let me at least share what I've been playing. As far as Avowed is concerned, I was playing it last week, like you were, Ham. But yeah, just kind of gave up on it because
It's too bad.
yeah, I just wasn't feeling it. Um, it was okay, you know, but it just it didn't grab me essentially. Um, and I just feel like there's so many games that are coming out and that I already have, whether I bought them on Xbox, whether I bought them on PC, whether they're on Game Pass. There's so many other legit bangers, in my opinion, that I still need to get through, including Doom Eternal. And I just like I asked myself, dude, why am I going to keep forcing it if I'm not like really in love with this? It's kind of like, oh, it's
Where'd
okay.
you make it?
I made it to the second area.
Okay.
Yeah, that was it. Like I'm not saying it was a bad game. Do you know what I mean?
Sure.
But you know when you're in a game and then you know that you're in the game and your mind is saying like, yeah, you're pressing the buttons. That's usually buttons, sorry, buttons. And your mind is kind of like you're not lost in it. You are acutely aware that yeah, I'm playing this game specifically. And it's like 2 o'clock in the afternoon. All the characters are talking. Let me check my phone, etc., etc. Whereas when you're playing, I don't know, Elden Ring, Baldur's Gate, for me at least, when I was playing those games, I'm just in there. I am literally in Baldur's Gate. I am that character. I'm lost in it. I'm lost in the sauce, as they would say. And then I look up and suddenly 12 hours, 6 hours have gone by. Whereas with Avowed, I was like, oh, okay, 30 minutes have gone by. Oh, it's been 15 minutes. And I'm still playing this. Do you know what I mean? So I was like, you know what? Let me just leave this. Maybe I'll come back to it a couple of years from now, and I'll be in love with it.
That's how I feel
Who
about
knows?
Metal Gear Solid.
That's fair enough, bruv. That is fair enough.
It's just like that's why I asked you to come through and like help watch play because it's like I'm having a hard time staying focused when I play that game.
Yeah,
Each time
yeah.
I play that game, I'm like, oh, like the story's cool and whatnot, but like some of the in between stuff, going through the doors,
It just doesn't grab you.
hiding from the cameras. Like, I'm not here to tell you it's a bad game because obviously it's critically acclaimed, but I'm here to tell you that hey, I'm not. I want to beat the game still, just like
Yeah.
I'm sure you wouldn't mind beating a vow,
Hell yeah. I,
but
I,
it's
I do
not.
want to beat the game.
But it's not it's not a now thing, and that's fine.
Yeah, that's completely fine. That's completely fine. The Guinness says I should give Midnight Suns a try.
I'm gonna tell the
It's a
Gina
game.
no. Hopefully, he's talking to you specifically.
Yeah, he's talking to me. He's talking to me.
Yeah, if you want to see me crash out, I'll play that game. I'll fucking crash all the way out. I get so frustrated.
Ham, you know what? You know how you guys were on me about Dustborn. I'm going to figure out a way to put you in a situation, Ham, where now you need to play um Midnight Suns and finish it.
No, no, no. I'm definitely not going to finish that game. If you ask me to stream that game, I will. I will sit there at the title screen and I'll talk about something else. The game will be streaming. I'm just not playing.
Oh man. Welcome in Crash 0411. Say Fuzzy says I've been playing Avowed and all of a sudden it's 4 a.m. almost every day for the past week, lol. So I'm pretty invested. Hey, as long as you're having fun with it, as long as you're having fun with it, Fuzzy, that's the most important thing. And like even to Ham's point about the Kojima game, that this is what's beautiful about video games. We can sit here, look at the exact same game. One of us is saying it's a masterpiece. The other one is like, I struggle to stay awake when I'm
One
playing said
thing,
game.
one thing I agree with you on Avowed is, man, they were not very tight with their story.
Yes.
And it shows. Like, it really shows. Like, I like the story, but I feel like it gets off the beaten path so often that I'm just like, and like the stuff that I think it's called Sapala or something like that. The thing that talks to you is so off the walls, and it seems like they're just consistently on a bad acid trip. It just seems like I'm hanging out with somebody that's stuck in my head that has a bad acid trip, and the land around me is pretty much like I'm on acid as well.
Endlessly on acid.
Yeah, just endlessly on acid. And and like the gameplay, I absolutely adore it. I have so much
Oh
fun
my
with
goodness.
the gameplay.
Gameplay is very good.
And some of the side stories, your side characters, they have pretty good stories as well. The random occurrences are fun as well, but like the whole thing that talks to you,
Every
it
time you go and
reminds
save.
me a little bit of Forspoken, to where
Mm,
anytime that thing in my head wants to speak to me, I just want to shut it off.
it's a good callback. That is a very good callback.
I'm not a fan of it. Like I'm just not a fan of that part of the game. I think they made that voice in your head suck.
Yeah.
But as for the rest of the game and the world itself and the people that want to do things for, what's right for their society, that all makes sense and I like it. I like those conversations. Oh, you just destroyed yada yada yada, or hey, you were an asshole to this person, or hey, you're gonna rob these people. Like, I liked those occurrences. Those felt grounded, realistic, and kind of like I was like, being a superhero essentially, right?
Mm-mm.
But talking to this thing that's on acid in my head, and it's telling me random things and then offering me powers for weird reasons without really telling me what the hell is going on or what's really like it's just so vague that it's like, how somebody will sometimes come in like you like you've never met the person or whatnot, and you're sitting at dinner with like your wife or your family or something like that, and they introduce somebody and the person talks, you're looking dead at them, but for the love of God, you just cannot comprehend what they're saying and just don't care.
Or you comprehend, but your mind is constantly deleting whatever they said to you
Exactly.
last.
So you cannot keep up with the conversation essentially
Because
because
you're
you're
like,
just so bored out of your mind.
bro, I could not tell you how much I don't care about whatever it is that you're talking about. That's what your mind is saying.
That is exactly what's happening anytime the whole person stuck in your head is talking.
Yeah.
Like, I almost like, yeah, I don't know. I'm not going to keep beating up on it.
Yeah, yeah. Let's leave it
That's what
alone.
I didn't like about Avowed, but literally everything else about that game I love.
All right. All right.
But that's just such a big piece because it's like the main story.
Exactly. In a like, it's an RPG, and then you're supposed to understand what's going on here, because whatever's being said by that entity it informs your decisions as you move forward in the game. And the more you try to look into and pay attention to whatever it is that they're saying, it's like more frustrating. And then it sounds like you brought up the comparison with what's that game with the chick, the black chick, I'm forgetting the name, with the
Hmm?
the chick with the bracelet.
Oh, Forspoken?
Yeah, you brought up Forspoken. It does remind me of that voice in the bracelet, but now it's gone all the way to the other direction. Because remember, the voice in the bracelet, it was kind of weird because the voice kind of sounded modern, like the cadence to the voice sounded modern,
You know what I
and
just
it
thought?
what
With you just asking and saying that, I was just thinking, you know, Avowed, the people at Obsidian should have really got. They should have picked up the phone and called Ninja Theory. Nobody
what
does a better talk in your head than Ninja Theory.
without irritating me.
They just make what they're saying make sense. Even though it's like two people or two or three people sometimes in the person's head, and they'll just be like saying kind of nonsense stuff, but it makes sense for the situation. And I feel like maybe part of it is that it's a cut scene whenever that person's talking compared to Hellblade's game where they're talking to you while you're walking and doing
Yeah, but
stuff.
there's also cutscenes in Hellblade where they're
There
talking to you.
are, but it meshes
And it's
better
good.
because you're dealing with it during game, and then when it goes into the cutscene, it's kind of like you kind of put the pieces together as you were running around. But like when you completely stop the game and it's like, yo, I gotta talk to you. Yada 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 yada. And it's literally going for like what feels like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
10, 15 minutes. And it's just like,
Yeah.
all right.
And the tone.
Like I'm so out of the gameplay right now that I'm tired.
The tone as well, Ham. Like it sounds pretentious. It's not a tone that invites you to engage. You're just trying to sit there and be like, I don't know, man. You sound like you want to sound like you're better than me. I don't know. I don't know. It just didn't mesh. Welcome in, Sour Blow.
Yeah,
Appreciate
Fuzzy
you.
Tomato says something. He says it's meant to be mysterious and confusing until you get more context. And I understand that, right? But like I feel like the context or the thing that I'm chasing, you have to give me some sort of excitement with it, and I just don't feel like personally, because I mean, obviously you're enjoying it, right? So maybe you're catching something that I'm just like, by the time they get to it, I'm just not feeling it anymore. Like I don't know, I just feel like sometimes I'm just kind of like get to the point, and they don't.
And this business of it's meant to be this, it's meant to be that. You can mean to win the Super Bowl. Did you win the Super Bowl? You can mean. I'm sure the people that made Veilguard meant it to be a high quality product that would not be launching on PS Plus less than a year after it launched. But what actually ended up happening? That's just the sad truth.
I definitely still think it's a better game than Dragon Age. Like to me, Dragon Age had a more and like whether people like it or not, the story in Dragon Age I felt like was carried more comfortably to listen to, right? But like I think the overall like premise behind the story and like character building is better in Avowed. Like I said, I don't like the person that's in my head.
Hmm.
Everybody else I talk to, I like. Everybody else, the random person on the street, the asshole that's in the graveyard. There's a lot of different people that you talk to and conversate with. The only person I don't like talking to is the one that's stuck in my fucking head. And that stinks because that's like the main motherfucker,
Yeah.
outside of your companions. I like my companions a lot. I like Mars. I like what that blue dude, I forgot his name.
I
Damn.
think it's Kai. Is it not Kai?
Who? What? Yeah, Kai.
Yeah.
Kai's dope.
I just call him Garrus. If I'm being honest, I just call him Garrus.
I'm terrible with all their goddamn names, but I like the four characters that I have. The furry girl or whatever
I
the hell
don't
she
like
is.
the cat lady. Like she's useful in battle, no doubt. But
The
I'm
cat
not a big
lady.
fan. Yeah, I'm not a fan.
You ain't even at that part yet where you
What do
use
you mean?
her.
What you mean? I'm not even at
Never
that
mind.
part.
Never mind. Never mind. You'll see her later if you keep playing the game, and she's an interesting person.
So there's more to her character.
Yeah, she is. She's something. I'll tell you that. I was checking out some of the end because I'm like near the end of the game. I'm at the point of no return right now.
Okay, so since you're almost finished, right?
Okay.
Let's talk to someone that's actually like almost done with it, because I think perspectives change when you
It's
finish a
gotta.
game rather than
That is fucking
when you
amazing.
play 10-15% of it and leave.
Yeah.
Ham, is this a game of the year contender?
If it was right now, the games that were out and it just stopped, then I'd say yeah.
Oh, if this was the
Where
end of
we're
the
at
year.
right now, yeah. But like we're talking about like, I mean, KCD 2 is a great game, and it still
Mhm.
has its work cut out for it. So I'm looking at Avowed like, uh-oh. Right?
Yeah.
So I mean, because I mean, let's not even bring up Grand Theft Auto, right?
Yeah, let's not.
Let's not even bring up Grand Theft Auto. There's Ghost of Tsushima or Ghost of Yote that's supposed to be coming out, which I know, Loke, you're not like dying to play that game, but it's probably going to
No,
be a big deal, right?
probably.
Um,
Objectively speaking, let's take our feelings out of it.
Metroid, Prime 4,
Hmm.
Assassin's Creed Shadows. I mean, hell, this might not even be the best game this year from that studio, Obsidian, because they got the Outer Worlds 2 coming out.
Now there's a game that's going to do damage.
So you see what I'm saying? Like those are just like right off the top of my head, and there's so much more that I didn't even name that are coming out this year. I mean,
Okay,
I didn't
so
even name Doom.
my money's on Doom to win this year.
So yeah, am I thinking Avowed's going to be in the game of the year conversation? Probably not. But I'm looking at KCD and I'm not even sure if they're going to make it either. Should they? Probably,
Kingdom
to be
Come.
honest, because they made a solid sequel and it looks amazing and I want to buy it for sure. I'm just not doing it now because I got a lot of other stuff that I'm playing and it just would not make financial sense. But well, I mean, you know how it is, Loke. I mean, I'm playing Avowed. They got South of Midnight that's about to come out. They got they got Expedition 33 that's going to be coming out soon after that. Doom's going to be coming out soon after that. And then on top of it, I'm playing Mass Effect Trilogy online with you guys. I still got to beat KCD 1. So what the fuck would I look like getting KCD 2 right now? So it's like I'm just setting myself up to pay more than what it's worth for my time right now. I'm not saying it's not worth $70. It is. If I had time, it would be. But seeing that I don't, it's not worth that price for me.
Yeah. All right. But for me,
Nothing hurts more, Logan. You know this pain. Nothing hurts more than buying a game at full price and shelving that motherfucker.
that sucks. It really does.
It's the worst.
Maybe a comparable pain is when you buy a game and then it's like, oh, 2 days later it's on Game Pass. It's like, God damn it. God.
Or yeah, you get a game like that from or like you buy it from a keys site and then it sucks and you can't return it.
Oh, dude. That's why, like, me personally, I check a lot on like reviews and what people are saying about a specific game, because you cannot take that $20 back. You cannot
No,
take
you
the
buy it on a
$50
keys site, it's done. The order's over. No
it's
return.
just it's just done,
Yep, you hit the point of no return.
man. Rachie sent me something interesting. Um, this is an interesting question. Rachie said, do I have an excuse to pause Game Pass? And Rachie, if it like okay, not if this is what you literally have. I would say, like, no jokes, you have enough here to not play game to not pay for Game Pass for the next 6 months.
He bought a bunch
If
of games that were on Game Pass.
yes, if
But
this is
hey,
like your type, if this is your vibe, right? This is at least 6 months. You don't need Game Pass. Literally, that's $60 you don't have to spend if you're paying the minimum on Game Pass.
yeah, if you guys have been following me for some time, you should know that I'm more for your pocket than I am for the way I feel about a company, right?
Hell yeah.
So if you got all that and you know that, hey, I'm gonna be playing these pretty much exclusively and I'm not gonna really be fucking with Game Pass, then it'd be a disservice to yourself to keep paying for it. The only thing I could advise you on is, hey, if you're paying full price on Game Pass, maybe look for a key site to where you can get multiple months for a cheaper price. So like even if you want like if you're at a situation where it's like I want to keep Game Pass, but it's hard for me to want to keep it while having all this to play, well then that's kind of your ticket to being able to not pay full price, be able to keep it, but being able to play your games without feeling like you're just getting crushed by a monthly subscription price. But yeah, all in all, if you're happy with what you have, then why keep shopping?
Yeah, yeah. For me, I think it's good enough for you to unsubscribe from Game Pass. But I don't know, Ham. This is like a subtopic, I guess.
Because
But
he'll be back, right? I mean, I
exactly,
unsubscribe from subscription services all the fucking time. Netflix, I unsubscribe for them, but when Squid Games comes back, guess who's coming back? And then I'll be there
yeah.
for a month, or I'll be there for a month or 6, depending on what their output is at that time. But that one product will get me back into the service to see what else that they have. And that's how these services should be. You shouldn't feel like you ever have to be completely locked into anything. There's a reason that these things are month to month, so you can get the fuck out when they're not good.
And I don't know, man. Maybe, maybe I'm wrong for saying what I'm about to say after I just told Rachie, you know what, it's good enough to unsubscribe. I don't think I've ever been unsubscribed from Game Pass.
Damn, Loke.
Like, as soon as it launched, I remember still seeing the news in 2017. I can still remember the day that it clicked. Like, when I read it, when it clicked what the deal was, and I was like, this is too good to be true. There's no way this is real. I went, I paid, and then it worked. And then ever since that day, I've never like unsubscribed from Game Pass.
Hey, Loke. If Taye keeps talking like that, I'm gonna start calling him a rich supremacist.
What's he talking about?
Read it.
Hold on. Let me scroll down. Haven't subbed back to Game Pass. Cool service, but it's really meant for a specific kind of group. Objectively, it's worth it. Subjectively, no. Uh, what's the specific kind of group, Ty?
That's
I
what I'm saying. You see what I'm saying? That's why I said a rich
say
supremacist. He's sounding real spooky, right?
it.
He's
Say it
sounding
with
real spooky.
say it with your chest, Ty. Why are
I
you
know, right?
dancing
Say what
around it?
you really mean.
Yeah, he's dancing around it. It's like, dude, say it, man. Say it. We're here to listen.
I know, right?
Like it's our show, but the chat does have the right to table specific topics, and
I
this one's
mean,
pretty interesting.
the flag is up, the motor's revving, the chew is spitting. Let it out, Ty. What you gotta say?
What is your problem, bro? Jeez.
he said he said specific kind of people.
Yeah, yeah. Who are these people? What are we talking about? This guy.
This
All
man's
right.
value shaming to the fucking world. That is nuts.
Yeah, yeah. Like I can get it if you say you're not into Game Pass or whatever, but come on. Come
So
on.
you said Game Pass is meant for brokies. I guess Netflix is too.
I guess.
I guess Amazon Prime is for brokies too because they don't want to pay for the shipping.
Disney Plus, the Washington Post, like anything that you have to pay a subscription for. Rent is for brokies, I guess.
It is. It literally is. You can't
Going
buy
to
your own
the
house.
gym,
You're
going
brokey.
to the going to the gym because you can't afford to build your own gym in your house.
Yeah, for the
It's like
brokies.
it's definitely not because you want to socialize and you you find value in being with
Don't be flexing me that muscular fraud.
this
Look at
guy.
them fraud ass muscles. This ain't real.
Ah, oh, there. Okay,
He
so he
got them
said it.
subscription muscles. He got them subscription
That's
muscles.
subscription muscles. Game Pass is meant for brokies. Oh my goodness. Wow, Ty. Wow. Okay.
I told my mama to quit being broke when she paid for cable. I said, motherfucker, go buy the studio. What you doing?
Go and buy ESPN. What are you talking about? Oh, this is another one. Nice one.
Yeah,
It's
Vincent Vega said Spotify.
don't forget Spotify, dude. I pay premium the premium Spotify, so me, my wife, the kids, and my brothers can use it. But all right, guess we're brokies. I guess I have to go out and buy all the CDs that I've ever CD'd. I don't know. I don't
Why
know.
you going to the movies, bruh?
Why don't you buy you a cinema, brokey? The hell? That's what everyone else is doing. Get your life together, Ham. Can
Oh
you do
man.
that? Can you do that for everyone? Can you get your life together and buy you your own cinema?
One thing I'm never gonna do is pay for shit I don't want.
Or need to buy? Dude, I was watching a video by this rich guy, I'm forgetting his name, some English dude. He was like, dude, one of the dumbest things that that people do that wastes their money is they buy cars. I was like, what? What are you talking? It's like they buy cars.
He took a hard look in the mirror.
I was like, huh? What's he talking about? And like to cut the a long story short, it was like most people that he knows that are millionaires, billionaires, everyone's leasing their vehicles. No one's buying vehicles because vehicles are diminishing products that don't add value. They don't increase in value.
No, not unless it's a classic, which you usually don't know for like 20 or 30 years.
Exactly.
When
And
you
then it's
roll it
like
off of the fucking of any dealership, it loses value
it's cooked.
until somebody randomly says this is a classic, and then it gains value.
It's
They
cooked.
don't
Like
make
right,
these engines anymore. It's a classic.
then the value starts going up. And then also other people have to find value in this said car that the engine doesn't get made anymore. Because there's
Yeah,
like,
right. A lot of
yeah,
people could be like, I don't give a fuck of that.
I don't give a fuck. Like there's Peugeots that were made in the 60s that the engine doesn't get made anymore. No
There's a
one
reason that
cares.
they don't get made anymore. It sucked.
Yeah. But then if you look at the Lamborghini Miura, for example, the Miura, it doesn't get made anymore, but the value keeps going up because people see value in it. So I don't know, man. This thing about you need to buy everything, I would be more careful with that one. I'll be more
No, just
careful.
don't do that. That's just not smart. Unless you unless you are living in Brussels with all the cash, hanging out with, royalty and shit like that. You should watch what you fucking paying for.
And
And
that's the thing, Ham. Those people are the ones that are saying the dumbest things that people do is be out here buying things that they could have access to without buying.
the
That's
richest
what,
person, the richest person the richest person I kicked it with on a regular basis, he was kind of a drunk, but he was very wealthy, like very wealthy. He definitely would flaunt it, especially when he's drunk and shit like that, right?
yeah.
But guess what bro had? Bro
Well,
had
yeah.
a condo and a Ford Taurus, and he wore a pair of jeans or jean shorts and a t-shirt damn near every day. And I was just like, bro, like, why? Like, why don't you get something nice? Treat yourself. And he's like, because I'm not trying to ever work again. And he's
But the
like, if I
people,
keep buying shit, then I'm gonna get into a situation where something sneaks up on me. And he's like, I don't want anything to sneak up on me. I'd rather just be able to keep playing the stock market and live like I'm broke and then do amazing things randomly. And that's what he did. He'd always go on like vacations and stuff like that, but he'd never spend anything like he'd never overspend on just stuff.
Brokey's out here buying Gucci bags, wearing Jordans, can barely afford rent, but you can't bring down the quality, right? You need to have
Yeah.
that quality.
Did you see the thing about Jalen Hurts?
No, no, I haven't seen
Bro
what
had
happened.
bro before he got his contract extension while he was in the NFL, bro had like a $1,700 apartment.
What?
Fucking AJ Brown. AJ Brown has like a fucking like a Honda SUV that
I,
he
s-
drives that he drives to practice area. I don't know what the fuck is going on in Philadelphia, but them motherfuckers got their glasses. They got their glasses on. They looking at the fine tooth of their contracts, and that motherfucker is saving that money over there, and they just won a Super Bowl.
they are checking everything, dude.
And then they got Saquon Barkley on the team. That just increased the intelligence over there. That's insane.
Yeah, that was the Giants' mistake. The whole Barkley thing. Remember, dude. Remember last year I told you that it was crazy that they chose they chose the Jones dude over Barkley. I remember specifically on one of our shows, I was like, "This is dumb. This is so dumb. He's the one responsible for all these wins, but because he's a running back, which is a position that they've decided the NFL has just decided doesn't matter. He wanted more money. They were like, "Nah, you can skate." And now look at them. Look at them. It's so dumb. Ham. Uh. Ty is asking you a question here about metaphor. Mine answering him.
Um, I didn't. I did pretty much like all of the side missions except one. There was this fucking dragon at the end where I just kind of just gave up because I was trying to get to Stalker. I was trying to get to Stalker too, so I was just like, screw it, I'm not going to get this done before then because I would have had to rewind a couple days and just do a little bit more grinding because I was getting to like to where I got like his health like halfway to 3/4 of the way down, but I'd die every single time right around the same spot. And it was driving me nuts to the point where I was just like, let me see if the rest of the game is really this hard. And it wasn't. I beat it. And I was like, all right, well, Stalker 2.
Reichi says I have cash for a RTX 5090, but I don't see the value on it. I want a good 300 to $400 GPU. AMD and Nvidia can't give me that I stay the old 1070 Ti.
Yeah,
Dude,
I would say in that sense, wait to see what Nvidia has, or not Nvidia, AMD has coming for their 9070, I think, that they're supposed to be coming out with. What were you saying, Luke?
essentially, don't spend money for the sake of spending money. There needs to be value in what you're spending money on. It's just dumb to be like, no, if you spend more money, you're in a winning position. That's just dumb. It's just dumb. All right, let's get into the Xbox. The
Well, hold
ID.
on. I gotta say something to Fuzzy real quick because he's
All
talking
right.
about Barkley, and that's my boy from the Giants. He says they were right to let them walk. Unfortunately, you can't give out a monster contract to a running back when the rest of the team is ass. What you shouldn't have done is give a massive contract to a quarterback that sucks, and then he leaves the following year.
That's where you mess it up.
That's where they mess up because they could have gave Barkley a good contract and then said, Daniel, you need to prove something because Barkley's been proving it. Daniel's never proven it. So it was weird to see him get a big contract extension, be one of the higher paid quarterbacks in the fucking league, which was nuts. And Barkley ends up playing for damn near nothing, and then you just let him go like that. To me, that was just really, really poor management, poor negotiation as well. Like you could have did something. Maybe you didn't want to give him $100 million, but maybe you could have gave him like a 2-year extension for something nice just to see, hey, is he worth it? He's definitely going to be worth more than Daniel Jones. And I mean, look, Daniel Jones isn't even on your team anymore. Now you lost both of them.
Yeah. And the way I see it, if you have a a a all-star level running back, you're 50% there in terms of being a contender on offense. You just need to just get a good quarterback. If you can get a good quarterback, it's on. It's on like Donkey Kong. Because now the every time you snap, no one knows what's going to happen. Because Patrick Mahomes is awesome, but as soon as he got those runners behind him, I'm forgetting their names, he became even awesomer. I know that's not a word, but I just felt like saying it. Very unpredictable. When it's like, okay, are they going to run? Are they going to throw? What's going to happen? But when it was just Patrick and Kelsey, it's like, they're definitely going to throw. So it was, in my opinion, it was kind of dumb. I agree with the Titans when they kept switching out quarterbacks, but they had that awesome running back. I'm forgetting his name as well.
Derrick Henry.
Exactly, they had Derrick Henry, and just Derrick Henry alone would get them 6 7 wins if they had kept on going and kept on trying as they kept on going through quarterbacks. they could have stumbled onto someone that knew what the hell he was doing, and then boom. So yeah, I'm with Ham on this one. I'm with Ham. They should have kept Barkley and kept it and kept trying with quarterbacks. But hey, it is what it is.
Like if
Uh,
if, if you see that what do they call those things? The TV series Hard Knocks. If you watch the Hard Knocks for the Giants during that time with
yeah.
Bill Barkley, it was extremely embarrassing for the program, for Barkley. It was bad.
It is what it is. Ron Slasher, welcome in. Says WWE Elimination Chamber this Saturday. Nice. Y'all please smash the like button. Follow Ray G's instructions. All right, smash the like button, please. Fuzzy says Barkley was under 4 yards a carry his last year on the Giants. A good running back isn't worth shit when the rest of the team is ass. Thank you. Thank you for pointing out that that was his last year, right? The year that was problematic because he was trying to get his bag and they weren't cooperating. But what was happening years years before that? He was consistently recognized as one of the best in the league in a team that's bad. So if you extrapolate that, right? If you extrapolate that this guy is awesome in a bad team that runs a lot, how good is Barkley going to be on a team that doesn't run all the time? That's me doing like uh couch couch analysis. Imagine the people that are paid millions on these NFL teams to analyze and come up with these reports, and no one sat there on the Giants to say, guys, let's just get this Jones dude out. Let's try someone else because clearly we don't have a problem at the running back position. I can't believe I'm getting heated over the freaking Giants. Why
Yeah,
so?
they
Why
make a lot
so
of bad
serious?
choices.
Yes. Welcome in. Why so serious? Says the Eagles' third string quarterback is better than Daniel Jones. That whole Xbox butter thing, Ham. Real quick before we get into the idea at Xbox showcase. What are your thoughts on the people that were crashing out because Xbox people were spamming their chats or super chats saying Xbox butter.
I don't get it.
You don't get why they were upset.
I don't get either side. I don't get why they were upset. And I don't get why people were spamming that.
I get why they were spamming it. I think they were making it funny, and I actually do think it was funny.
What was it in context to?
It was in context to the PlayStation showcase.
But butter? I don't get why it's butter.
No. It started with Xbox Beta, right? People were just spamming Xbox Beta, Xbox Beta, Xbox Beta. Then at some point, there was someone that super chatted Xbox Butter, and then one of these content creators that was crashing out, like pulled them up, like, oh look, they can't even spell. They can't even spell. They're saying Xbox Butter, and then you know how it is on the internet. Everyone's funny. Everyone is always trying to make fun of everyone else. What happened? Everyone else in the chat started spamming Xbox Butter in the chat. And then it just took off. I think it was funny. I think it was funny.
Yeah.
Fuzzy says clearly Jones sucked, but that doesn't mean they were in the position to give a monster contract to a running back. All right. I get,
I
I get
don't know. You could have gave him the contract and drafted a new quarterback. That's
Ah,
me though. That's me. I don't know. I mean, maybe I don't know the financials as well as Fuzzy, but like I don't understand why they paid Daniel and was so confused about Barkley when you could have just gave a couple years to Barkley and looking at Daniel Jones's past, just be like, yo, like we need to draft a new guy. But instead, they just, you know, traded for another horrible quarterback and got rid of Barkley. And it just, and then the season looked the way it looked, where it was like there was nobody on the field that was nice to see except maybe a couple wide receivers.
it was rough. It was rough. It was rough to watch.
I don't want to talk about that anymore. This is making me mad.
Yeah, yeah. I'm getting upset as well. Um, Dayreezy, thank you so much for the and dude, I didn't have it in my bingo card that I'd be getting upset about freaking the Giants, dude. Shout out to Fuzzy. Appreciate you for always taking us down weird alleys. Dayreezy, thank you so much for the $2 super chat. Says Xbox better because of that sweet Xbox butter. Um, yeah, I guess, and the butter is Game Pass, in my opinion.
Y'all are ridiculous.
It was all in good fun, lol. Exactly, they're easy. And I don't know, dude, Ham, it's just like that day that everyone was going off about my forehead.
Oh
I think a
yeah,
lot
that was great.
I think a lot of
It's one of those
people,
things where you had to be there.
not just that, I think a lot of people misunderstand like what we do when we come on here. Like we're not here to insult Fuzzy and demean Raichi and be like pretentious towards Ron Slasher. We're here because we love we love video games and we want to engage and have fun with the people that are in the chat. So when people come up with a funny, you enjoy the funny. That's what you do. If the people that were getting triggered about Xbox butter ham were me that day that everyone was ripping it into my gigantic ass forehead, they probably
Yeah,
would have left the stream.
yeah. They were trying to rip into it, but they couldn't break through that barrier. That thing is tough.
It's a large landmass, ham. So it takes a lot more than 10, 20 uh, super chats to cover the whole thing.
But Rachie said your forehead was very profitable.
Listen, people, listen. Thank you, Rachel. I appreciate that.
Luke's going for them feet picks next.
No, 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 no. Listen, I have limits. Okay, I have limits.
You know you don't. You lying?
Stop it, Em. Stop
Don't
it.
fucking lie. Don't lie to me because you're gonna tell everybody you got limits and then you're gonna tell me something else off stream.
Oh my God, Ham! I've never sold fit pics. Get the hell out of here, dude.
You're
You know I've never
you're like
sold
my
feet pics.
limit is bottomless.
God damn it! I have never sold feet pics, dude. You know what? I'm never telling you. I'm never telling you anything ever again. This guy. Why so
Well,
serious?
now you're admitting to selling feet picks. I
I
didn't.
did not sell feet pics. Would you stop? Would you stop, man? God damn it! God damn it! Oh, okay, okay. Let's do
Truth will
the
set you free.
let's do.
I stopped. Now what? Oh no, I can't hear you anymore. It says you're offline. Oh dang. He has to be right back. tragic. My goodness. Not sure if you're out. We're gonna run some zombies. Okay, nice. Somebody wants to run some zombies here in a little bit. I might have to hop on and do the damn thing. Zombie mine. Been playing some Call of Duty Zombies lately. I forgot about talking about that.
All right, so I'm back.
Oh, nice.
All right. You know what?
You
I
had to
think
make sure that last foot pick went through.
Ham, you need to stop this. We start, dude. This joke with the Texas stuff. Next is gonna be the foot pick stuff. Stop it. All right. Let's go. ID at Xbox Showcase February 2025. Ham, did you watch this showcase?
I actually didn't.
Same.
I actually didn't. When was the showcase? Was it Monday?
No, it was yesterday. Was it not yesterday?
Nope.
Okay, it was Monday. It was Monday.
Yeah, I was out of town and fully out of sight, out of mind. You know.
I don't even have an excuse. Like, at least you have an excuse. I just did not watch it.
I would have watched it if I had time. I just didn't, so I didn't.
All right. So let's go through all the announcements. As per usual with showcases, Ham, I'm just gonna.
Rachie is wondering if the whole Texas thing was a joke, and I'm here to tell you it's not.
Yes. It. Ham. Seriously, this is a
I'm here to
moment.
dox Sloke and tell you that he's there. He's in Texas right now.
Richie, the Texas thing was a joke. I am a legit African. I live in Mozambique. Right now, I was born in Mozambique. Right now, I am in Mozambique. The whole Texas thing was a joke. All right,
This dude repeatedly gets on a VPN from Mozambique. Season a Mozambique server. I don't understand it. You just bog yourself down for no reason.
Okay. Dude. Okay, you know what? Never mind him. Like we usually do with showcases, I'm just going to like say what was announced, and then if there's any reason to stop him,
Some
you
good
will
stuff was
stop me.
announced.
What?
Some good stuff was announced. So yeah, I'm excited.
All right, let's get to it. Balatro is now on Xbox Game Pass and has card customizations from Fallout, Assassin's Creed, and more. We've already discussed this. It didn't stick for Ham,
No, but
and
it's a good game apparently. So a lot of people
I'm
like it
afraid,
a lot.
yeah, I'm afraid it will stick a little too much for me. So I still haven't given it
Yeah.
a go. I'll see it when I see it. What is this? The game announcement? Okay, never mind. Next, Tron Catalyst brings players to the grid to take down overlords and master mysterious abilities. You know what? Let's at least watch these trailers because I didn't even see any of these. Um, Tron
Where's
Catalyst
Miles
is set to,
Morales?
the, I don't know, dude. Is
He
set to
probably
welcome
wasn't there.
players. He probably wasn't there to welcome players to the grid on June 1st, 2025, and a new gameplay trailer was introduced. Okay, it's a top-down game. Okay. In this new adventure, players will take on the role of EXO, a highly resilient and resourceful program with an incredible ability to initiate time loops with the power. EXO will take on overlords. Okay, that looks like Miles Morales. Is that Miles Morales? This EXO character kind of looks like Miles Morales. All right,
No.
June 17. No Game Pass from the looks of it. I'm not convinced. We'll see, but I'm not convinced. Lies of P Overture takes us back to the beginning for an exciting new adventure. Okay, so this is the DLC for Lies of P.
You should full screen it.
That good?
Well, there you go. It's not that it's that good. You just barely see it.
Okay, all right. I don't think there's any music yet. Okay, there's music. Round 8 Studio. I still haven't played Lies of P.
I got past the first boss, and I just wasn't really super into it. But but from what I hear, if you're big into Souls games, it's really good. I'm not, and Loki, you know that I'm not really huge into Souls games that much.
Yeah, yeah.
So like it's, to me, I just feel like it's really tight, and I don't know. It kind of reminds me a little bit of how I feel when I play Devil May Cry. And
Oh,
that's
Lies of P
kinda
reminds
going-
you of Devil May Cry.
It's how I feel when I play Devil May Cry. It doesn't remind me of Devil May Cry. It just reminds me of how I feel when I play Devil May Cry. And Devil May Cry gets away with it because it's more of an action game.
Yeah.
Compared to this, where it's a lot of like parrying and dodging and stuff like that. It's just, to me personally, just not as fun. But it is a beautiful looking game, and like I said, a lot of people that like Souls games or anything that's like a like a Souls game, you'll probably like this game.
That's one of the
Just
reasons
I'm
why I'm
not
kind of avoiding it. It's
Yeah, I
kind
think you would like this a lot, Luke. You really enjoy you're
Punishment.
kind of a masochist, right? I mean, I can be too, but it has to be for like the right type of game. And for me, Lies of P isn't there for me in all the aspects. Like, I'm not a huge fan of the aesthetic. Story isn't that interesting to me. And then I'm not that big into Souls, so it's just like, it's like what I said about Metal Gear Solid. It's not that it's a bad game at all. Like, it's a critically acclaimed game. It's just not exactly something.
this is just gameplay.
Yeah, that's just gameplay. Yeah, so you can see, very Souls-like.
Yep. This looks like my jam, bro.
Yeah.
Well, I guess I'll just buy like the Ultimate Edition.
This looks so much like every other Souls game to me.
Yeah,
And I'm sure you would be able to see very many differences in a game like this compared to other ones, compared to a person like me that's not really into this genre, and it just kind of looks the same.
Yep. And not just how it works, but also the different types of builds. I've seen some crazy builds on this game. Like, this is like your basic bitch vanilla build. I've seen some wild stuff with Lies of P. I just know I'm going to enjoy it, but now is not the time to jump in. I still need to 100% Elden Ring, and there's a whole bunch of other stuff on my playlist. Vincent Vega, don't believe him, is pulling email scans to this day. Okay. Fuzzy is asking how I explain the flawless Texan accent. I don't have.
Bro, you do.
I
It's
literally.
fucking thick. That shit is thick.
I literally do not have a Texan accent.
Bro, you sound like you got grit stuck in your cheeks right now.
Rachie, thank you for the $2 Canadian. Says Loke, get yourself a VPN that doesn't lag, please. Rachie, it's not even the VPN. It's my laptop, dude. All these games that I'm playing or streaming, it's on my laptop. That that's literally that's literally the problem. It's not the VPN. It's not the game itself. The game runs smooth. It's my laptop that just can't handle playing it and streaming it smoothly. Don't listen to him. Mozambique County is right outside of Houston.
It
Listen,
is.
no. If Mozambique County was right outside of Houston, uh, Musk would not be complaining about sending money to my county. So it is what it is.
Oh no, this is an issue. Yeah, I mean, most of your county is pretty liberal, and that's the issue. You gotta move to the county next door. That's pretty, you know, more your type, bro.
There's nothing liberal about the great state of
More
Texas.
your type.
No, no, it's not. Beto is asking if Lies of P is as good as Dustborn. I would say yes. I would say it's better. Ham?
I don't know. I haven't played Dustborn, and I'm not gonna. I'm also not gonna play Lies of P.
But you've played Lies of P, and as far as you're not
I
speaking
had
on
some
the
fun with it. I had some fun with Lies of P. It was cool, but it was like I said, it just felt so. I felt like I've been there and done that before, and I didn't want to do it again.
Mm. Vince says Lies of P is good, so that's a good thing. All right. Let's
I don't like comparing it. I don't like comparing games too much, but like when a genre's not for me, I know when to kind of step back and just be like, "This is probably good,
It's
not for me. Can't do it."
yeah. One of the reasons I think why I hate Dustborn so much is because it's one of my favorite genres. It's not my favorite. My actual favorite is like Football Manager. Those type of like simulation games. That's my favorite. But story heavy narrative games like the Telltale games, that's my jam. And the fact that they took money, right? This is a genre, in my opinion, that is neglected. Ham. The Telltale type of games are neglected. These people took the money that could have been spent on making a good game in a neglected genre to make a terrible piece of, I don't even know what it is, because it's not art, it's not satire. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. But they took the money that could have been spent on making a good game in that neglected genre and made that travesty. But anyway, I'm getting sidetracked. Next, we have 33 Immortals is all set for an early access launch this March. Ham, thoughts?
Want to play it? I'm not really into. I'm not really into roguelike because I'm pretty sure that's what this game is, right? Isn't this game a roguelike?
Yeah. But doing with the boys sounds fun.
It, I mean, bro, relax, pause.
Oh my god.
But playing,
No, that's not where I
yeah,
was going with
yeah,
this.
playing games with my boys. But anyways, yeah, 33 Immortals looks like it'll be fun. Looks like a nice little challenge for me and some other friends. I'm wondering how they manage like what happens when you die? Do you revive? Are you just permanently gone? And your friends just keep going without you, or how does this go? Do you get revived? Like I don't really understand it quite yet,
Mm-hmm.
and I haven't done like any research on it, so I just need to kind of play it and see for myself. But the kind of tone that it's setting is interesting and something new.
Okay.
Like like I don't like a lot of games, but when you throw co-op on the end of it, then like it gets me like, maybe I could have some fun with this.
Yeah. I'm also interested. And like you, I'm not a big roguelike guy. I don't actively hate it, the genre, but I'm not big into it.
A lot of people
Uh,
really love Hades.
I love Hades. I adore Hades. But Hades, saying you love Hades, in my opinion, is like saying, "Ooh, I love Elden Ring." It's like, yeah, it's a Souls like, but do you really like Souls likes? Do you know what I mean?
Yep. No, I get it because I figured it out quick. I didn't like Souls like. I played Elden Ring. I loved it, and then I was like, let me try another Souls like, and I was like, I hate Souls like still.
Yeah. When people say there's levels to this, that's what we're talking about. Like Elden Ring is like S tier stuff. People that don't even like the genre
Do you like
fall
bananas?
in love with it. There's levels to it. So we'll see. We'll see about 33 Immortals.
I need
Reichi says I don't understand his logic. Is it really that shameful to be Texan? I'm from Texas, Canada, myself, which is Quebec. I didn't know there was Texas, Canada. I thought Canada was just the 51st state. What's going on? Dustborn must be Loke Seven's Game of the Year 2024 and 2025 by the amount of time he plays it must be true. Bite me, Vince. Bite me. Reichi 33 Immortals is a game made for streamers so they can play with their premium subs.
He's put more time in the Elden Ring this. I mean, in the Dustborn this week than he has Elden Ring. I can tell you that much.
Yeah, but I've only played Dustborn literally for like 6 hours. I've played Elden Ring for hundreds of hours. And then if
Sure.
you extrapolate the hours I put into
You're
my
just talking about your hours on your current save on Dustborn. You have multiple saves. We know this.
You know what? Let's go back to the showcase because screw this. Next, we have Revenge of the Savage Planet brings the creative and wacky fun this May. Alongside confirming that Revenge of the Savage Planet will be released on May 8th, on May 8th, 2025, a new trailer showcased a few of the many wild and creative weapons players will get to use on their adventure. This includes a goo cannon and electric lasso conductive feral goo that will shock or slow down enemies as well as open doors and so much more. Ham, did you play the first Journey to the Savage Planet game? Because I remember people saying that game was good. I I didn't find time for it, and I'm looking at this and I'm not interested.
Oh man. I mean, it looks interesting. Looks like something I'd want to play with my daughter. It doesn't look like something I'm jumping out of. I'm jumping to go download and play. This is like one of those things that like it comes to Game Pass if it does, and like maybe sometime down the line I'll just be like, I wonder what this game is about. And just turn it on.
Yep, I agree.
I do that to a lot of indie games where like they'll come into Game Pass or something like that, and I'm in the middle of doing something else. After I sometimes after I play a big game, I want to play an indie just because it's like more chill and more relaxing and less stressful, less story driven for the most part. It's like a palate cleanser.
Hmm. Yeah, for me, it's just something I'm not interested. Even if I'm trying to chill, I'm not trying to play this. Anyways,
I'd give it a
Revenge.
try, just not anytime soon.
All right, Revenge of the Savage Planet people, May 8th for whoever's interested. Next, Jump Ship brings co-op fun to space this summer. I saw you spazzing out about this game, Ham,
I said it looks
on
fun. It does look
on
fun.
Twitter. Yeah, that's all you got. It looks fun.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not like tripping like I need to get this day one or anything like that. I don't know. Maybe I do. But as of what it looks like a good time with friends.
Yeah,
And when I see people flying and jumping from one ship to another ship or just jumping into space, and then I see dumb shit like this with somebody with a box, I'm just like, yes,
yep.
I like
It's like,
those.
all right, guys, we're going in, right? We're going to get the enemy. Who's carrying the boombox this run?
Well, the thing is like I know the last game was like goofy and dumb that we were just looking at, right?
Yeah,
But
but
like
this one's
but the thing that I like about Goofy and Dumb is I like when Goofy and Dumb is implemented in a serious kind of atmosphere.
mm, with
Kind of
an
like
objective atmosphere as well.
an objective is definitely very helpful, like hell divers and stuff like that. Like that's
Exactly. We
very
have a target,
objective. It's
guys. We're
goofy
trying
and
to we're
dumb,
trying to
but
blow up. We're trying to blow up something, but on the way to blowing that up, we're going to have lots of fun. That's a big
I
plus.
mean that's a good question, Mental. I don't know.
How's that dude going to eat that pizza with their helmet on? Just what you're thinking too much, mental. You're thinking too much. I'm sure there was a joke there. Hold on. You know what? Let's see if there's music. All right, no joke then. I thought there was like some quippy dialogue where it's like, how am I going to eat this? But they didn't do any of that. Anyways, we can agree that we're both interested, right, Ham? Not super
Yeah, I'm
excited,
interested.
definitely interested. All right.
I want to see what I want to see what you actually do. I want to see like an actual like game.
Yeah. Next, Patapon spiritual successor Ratatan gets a new gameplay video and release window. I do not care at all about this. Ham.
I don't even know what's going on yet.
All right then. Bye bye. Next, we have Echo Weaver is a Metroidvania that wants you to perfect the loop. You lost me at Metroidvania. As soon as you say Metroidvania, I know it's 2D and I don't care. I don't
Well,
care.
I'm interested in seeing what it is. I'm not interested in the game per se yet.
So none of this gameplay speaks to you.
I'm waiting. Just damn.
All right, there you go. There you go. There's your
Damn, that
gameplay.
frame rate's looking rough. Oh wait, that's probably your computer.
It's probably my computer because it's smooth on this end.
Yeah, I'm all set on this, bud.
All right. If all goes well this Saturday, next week I'm going to be smooth with my new with my new uh with my new PC. Next we have Moonlighter 2, The Endless Vault will arrive on
Does that
Game
happen
Pass.
Saturday?
Yeah, yeah.
I
Saturday.
was seeing your guys' notes that you guys were passing back and forth.
Yeah, man. Yeah. I just assumed you were gonna be coming through, so I was like, whatever. So, Moonlighter 2, you interested?
This doesn't look bad.
Yeah.
Looks
Now,
fun. Like I'm willing to give it a try. I don't know. I
yeah.
don't know if I'd
Same.
like it, but I'd be willing to try it and see how it goes.
Yeah. This for me is more interesting.
None of these games have Scream Day One to me though yet. The closest thing to Scream Day One was the space one so far.
Was what?
Closest one to say day one to me so far.
Was which one?
The space one, jump
This
ship.
one, Jump Ship. Okay, gotcha.
That's the only one that's
Next,
close to saying day one. That's I'm not even sure. I need to see I need to see gameplay of that before I even give it that.
okay. Next is Blueprints is a strategy puzzle adventure game that
Ooh,
wants you to unveil the mystery of Room 46.
this is a
Ah,
hard
man.
pass. Like this is one of
I
those times that you see something on the side of the road and you speed up.
and this is what's beautiful about gaming, Ham, because I'm sitting here and I'm like, I, I'm probably going to have to add this to, excuse me, I'm probably going to have to add this to my list, to my backlog.
No, not me.
I am interested.
I'm not
Puzzles.
interested because I don't like things that remind me of Resident Evil.
Well, there's no zombies, so
The zombie part didn't bother me with Resident Evil.
oh, it was the puzzle aspect.
It was
Find the
looking in
key
the
and then find
mirrors,
the door.
reading the bottle of pill bottles, fucking turning over fucking pictures and reading some stupid letter written on the back. Like I just don't like shit like that. To me, that shit is boring. I like puzzle games. Like I love Scorn,
Yeah,
but like this is
too
very
slow.
tedious.
Too slow.
Yes. It's well, not only is it too slow, but it's just too. Yeah, I guess like, it's just not shocking enough for me. It's not shocking, and it's not, and it's too slow all at the same time. Like Scorn was slow, but it had that shockingness to it because it was like kind of disgusting and weird looking, and you're wondering, and at least I was wondering, like, what is going to come of what I look like or who I am or this whole flesh world, right? As for this world, it's just a regular world. It's a regular fucking looking house, and oh, there's a hidden room over here. There's a bookshelf. And, like, there's a mirror. There's a letter with something written on it. And I'm just like, it's just too boring.
Ham is not feeling it.
No.
Well, I'm super interested. I'm super interested.
I'm happy for you.
Yep. Yep. Anyways, Blueprints comes out April 10th, 2025. Next, we had okay,
How
we
many
had
more games do we have?
not that many.
You
Not that
sure?
many. Yeah, just look at the slider. We're like halfway through. Almost done.
Oh goodness.
Yeah. Next, we have Herdling. It's all about herding mystical and fantastical creatures. Okay, let's see what happened.
So we're hurting
Yep.
things.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
It
Okay.
sounds like something my daughter would really like.
Yeah,
But
I should
I don't
probably
think I
enjoy
got
this.
time for this.
I agree, Ham. This is
I mean,
probably
it's kind
not.
of cool because you're using them to like solve puzzles, right? So it's pretty
Yeah,
cool.
I'm probably
Um,
taking them
I'm gonna put this
somewhere.
down in the. I'm gonna put this down into the. When I have time, I may check this out because although it has like the idea behind it sounds silly as hell. The feeling I got from it from watching that trailer was unraveled. And I
Which was very
really
good.
liked Unraveled.
Hmm. Yeah. On the surface of it, Unravel is not special, but when you play it, it's a special game.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Very much like a Way Out, right? On the surface, it doesn't look that
Yep.
serious or deep, but me and you, that was the first game that we completed together, and we were like, oh my
Yeah.
god.
That was
Like
wild.
what I like the things that ended up happening, like we just felt like pieces of shit.
Like that game is, what is it, 7, 8 years old now? I don't know. And we
Something
still
like
can't
that.
spoil it. And we
Yeah.
still can't spoil it. That's how good A Way Out is. Fuzzy says it was uncomfortable to look at Scorn. We can agree on that.
It
Scorn
was.
was,
And that's what made it intriguing to me, because it's like I like puzzles, but I like things that kind of are weird, but also kind of, because the game had a lot of different aspects to it. And I don't feel like I don't feel like Scoring got the respect that it deserved.
yeah.
Because everybody was expecting it to be a Doom, and it wasn't.
Oh, wow. Everyone expected it to be a Doom.
Yeah, like a Doom-like game, because it was in that creepy kind of
Oh,
gross
yeah.
thing. Everybody
Yeah.
seen the
Yeah.
gun, and they
Yeah.
thought, maybe Doom. You seen the wild monsters chasing you.
I'm thinking about it right now, and I can already see like the disgusting stuff that you were sticking into the gun to reload it. That was a weird ass game.
It was. I thought it was amazing, though. I thought it was really good, and it was tight. It didn't waste a whole lot of time.
Yeah, it went straight to the point. Went straight to the point, no doubt. All right. Speaking of going straight to the point, next we had Outbound. Wants you to go on a relaxing trip into nature with your camper van.
Does it have music? It probably does.
Probably does. Yeah.
I thought I thought this game is kind of neat. It looks really nice. And
Mm-hmm.
and I don't mind a survival game.
Yeah. Yeah. This is like definitely your alley, your arc alley. Not for me though.
It's more relaxing though, and I do like kind of like some relaxing survival games where I can just just kind of make my own hideaway, I guess. But this game looks interesting, but I don't know. I don't know. I just don't.
For me, I'm immediately out. Not even interesting. Not nothing. I'm good.
Like if I can't drive in it, no, I don't want to do it. Probably,
I think you
unfortunately.
can drive in it. I think you can drive. Yeah, there you go. You can drive. See?
Oh, okay, cool.
I think you
So
can
yeah,
drive to
I
locations.
think I might have to give this a shot when it comes out. I might try to reach out to this developer and see what's cracking.
Yeah, might as well, bro. Might as well. All right. So that was Outbound coming out in 2026. Next, Hotel Barcelona star has an insane serial killer living inside of her. What? What? Okay, there's music.
Yeah, I figured there was. And as soon as I seen what the game looks like,
Oh man.
this looks kind of interesting.
Here's a side scroller I'm kind of interested in.
It looks pretty packed.
Oh.
It's like an acid trip, dude. What the fuck is happening?
There's your gameplay, bro. I
Yeah,
think I
keep showing me.
man,
Oh my goodness, this looks nuts.
Yep. This looks like it's my jam. This looks like it's my jam.
That looks mad interesting.
What? Yo,
All
ID at
right.
Xbox. Finally. 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 A proper game that I'm looking at. I'm like, all right, this may be a day one. This may be a day one for
On
me.
temperature scale, I'd say I would want to try this a little bit more than the
The space
other
game.
game. No, not the space game.
Oh,
Than
okay.
the
So the space game is still number
than
one
the
for you?
than the camper game.
Okay. So the space game is still number one for you.
Yes.
This one's number one for me.
Like I
This
said, I
was
love
so
me
far.
some co-op, so
Yeah, yeah. So far, this is the best one for me. All right, Hotel Barcelona coming out 2025, people. It's starting to get better. It's starting to get oh, okay.
there
And
you
then it
go.
stops.
Let's get your temperature back.
Tanuki Pond Summer follows an adorable raccoon who is a part-time mailman and has a BMX bike.
Oh, this looks kind of interesting,
Uh,
actually. What the fuck is
let's
happening?
see some gameplay. Let's see some gameplay.
Dude, this looks kind
Hold
of
the phone.
dope. I ain't even on
Yeah.
front, bro. Bro, like,
Hold the
yo,
phone.
it's that shredding up.
You know what? I'd give this one a go. I'd give this one a chance. Some
All right,
baseball.
this is became number 2. This is number 2.
Sumo wrestling. Nice.
Oh my
Ri-
god.
some rhythm games. I don't know, man. I'm feeling this game.
This motherfucker got some Matt Hoffman. What is happening?
What the what is going on? This game looks like it belongs on Nintendo, if I'm being honest.
Oh my god. That was probably the coolest thing that I've seen. Like like I still want oh man, this is really rivaling number 1. This
Let's watch
is
this again.
it's like that.
This is some good stuff, man.
Like this is where I got interested in it. It was seeing the animation right here. I was like, man, that looks like really nice animation work.
Yeah, yeah.
And then he grinded the bike and it was over.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was shredding up. Like, god damn. Yeah.
I'm down.
Yep.
I'm
This
down.
man hitting home runs and everything. Like, let's fucking go. Beating up sumo wrestlers. Let's go.
I ship it. I ship it.
Well, yeah, you better ship it over here. Yeah.
Richie says it's like
me.
yep. Richie says it's like a short hike, but with a bigger budget. Dairy I want that raccoon game. Fuzzy says take my money. Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
that was better than any of the indies I've seen at the PlayStation Showcase the week prior or 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. Yeah. That's to be fair, that is a low bar to clear. Next.
Yeah,
Sorry.
like I've seen a lot of good games at that PlayStation Showcase, but like some of the indies that they showed just was not bad.
None of it none of it put a genuine smile on your face and had you giggling and
No,
feeling
not
like
like
oh my
that.
exactly.
Not like that. We scrolled down here and seen that raccoon and said, "Fuck out of here."
We both had
And
the
we
same
hit
reaction.
play and fucking lost our shit.
I mean, guys, this is nice. This is very nice.
We're about to watch it a third time, and I am not even mad. Like I
One
don't
more
fucking think
game. One more
it's
game.
hot. Look at the animation work. That's hot.
Yeah, this is very hot.
That motherfucker grinded that shit and shredded up. It was over.
I'm a fan.
Right here, it was over. right there. It was over. And then I think Loke was completely sold once he's seen not this. I think you liked it at this part.
Yeah,
But right here,
yeah.
I think
When
it
I
was
saw
over.
when I saw the sumo stuff, I was like, "Alright, it's over." And then I saw the rhythm game. I'm done. I'm in.
He
I'm
said
all
I
in.
finished. I
I'm
mean, you can.
Nah, man. Seriously, and that's what video games all about, dude. You need stuff that you don't have to force yourself to like or to enjoy. Do you know what I mean, Ham? You
Yes.
need stuff that you can't help but smile and laugh and be like,
This
"Yo,
is great. This looks like something I would love to play, but then I'd like literally just hand it to my daughter and I'd just like just do whatever.
yeah, yeah." I can see myself playing a lot of this game. Tanuki Pond Summer is coming out later in 2025. So I'm guessing like the last 3 months. Y'all make sure to put that
I'm
in your.
there. I think I gotta support that.
Yes, yes.
Like even if it goes to Game Pass, I think I gotta pay for that one, bud. Like
Mm-hmm.
that's
Mm-hmm.
I gotta support those kind of that kind of
Experiences.
mind. That kind of mind needs to be supported.
Yeah, and we need Xbox to sit there and be like, oh, okay, so people like stuff like this, you know. Next, we have Wax Heads is a cozy punk slice of life narrative sim all about
Okay.
managing a record store in need of some help. Okay, let's
Mm.
give it a chance. Let's give it a chance.
I'm already not liking
The art style,
and not loving it so far.
yeah, so far not so good. I'm out. I am all the way out.
Yeah, I don't want to work. This looks like work. I bet
I
Cozy would
don't.
actually like this game though.
Yeah, Cozy might like it. I don't like the interface. I don't like the character designs. It just doesn't speak to me. I definitely don't like the character designs. Oh my god. No. No. I'm good.
Yeah, I'm all
Like,
set.
all set.
That's on the top 3 of worst games I've seen on here.
Yep, agreed. Wax Heads will be released in summer 2026 for anyone in the chat that cares. Next, Rock Beasts. God damn it. Rock Beasts lets you live out your dream of being in a 90s rock band in a world of human like animals. Why?
That sounds
Yeah.
hilarious. Click on it.
So I have a question. I have a question. Why not just make it a game where you live out your 90s rock band uh, fantasy without the human like animals trope? Because for me, right, before we even get into the trailer, for me, the premise, I'm interested. But as soon as you say human like animals, I'm like, okay, I'm out. You don't
I'm
care?
not sure if I'm out yet, but I know what you're saying. Like there's not even a real game where you can be like your own band. So like like they kind of set the stage with that. That would have been kind of
That would have been enough.
intriguing all on its own to make your own like like whether you wanted to have a you know a band full of brothers and sisters or you want to have all black or all white or all Hispanic or a mixture of Hispanic and Asian or whatever like it would have been kind of cool to create your own thing,
Yeah.
right? And actually feel like you're doing something, but here it's like it seems like you completely kind of took that imagination away from me and put it into some fake animals.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I see
All
what
right.
you're saying with that.
Yeah. Let's get
I'm
into
not
it.
against this game though
Rated-
yet. I need to see what this is. We already know there's going to be music.
We already know.
It's a music game. Was Crack and Talos good to see you? Oh, it looks just like MTV.
Yeah,
Behind the
the
band.
spaceman thing.
It actually looks kind of interesting, though. I can't even front. Like the production value looks really nice. You know what? See what the sound sounds like.
All right.
They're doing a lot of talking.
We were waiting at this bar.
We'll be paying this guy, so I want to know.
Yeah, rewind it back.
What exactly will you do for us?
There's not really music.
Plain and simple. I'll make you rich.
But now they
You know why I'm here, lad?
I feel like it didn't start.
I'm here to fuck you over. Filthy rich, drowning in women, piss through it all.
Oh my God, Vernon!
I know where this road leads, and it ain't nowhere pretty.
Looking for trouble? Effervescent.
I'm with it. I'm with it. I'm with it.
Shit! Ladies and gentlemen, rock and roll. So, I gotta ask, would you have done anything differently?
What exactly will you do for us?
Mostly, I just try to stay out of your way.
That's it?
Rock Beast, coming soon.
I'm with it. Yeah.
All
That
right.
looks fun.
I'm out.
You're out? Okay, that's fine. I'm in.
Yep. Talos Ray,
That looks
welcome,
interesting.
welcome, brother. The devs behind Rock Beast is called Team 17, based on Wakefield. Yeah, it will be. I don't know about all of that, Rachie. I don't know.
It might be, but it looks like it has kind of a little bit of an interesting story to it, and it sounds like you'll have multiple endings. So sounds kind of interesting as long as it's not too long, because that's where that game could lose me is if it's more than a couple days worth of gameplay, then I'll be bored as hell of it. But like if it's quick and I can like then go back and do another ending, that sounds fun. It sounds like watching a show.
All right. What's it? Rock Beasts will be releasing in 2025 at some point. As to Rachie's point about the whole woke thing, I don't really care. I just want good games. That's all. That's all I want. Because if you look back in the history of video games, that there's a lot of awesome games that you can point at that were woke, and there's a lot of terrible games that you can point at that weren't. So it is what it is. It's from Wakefield. Gotcha, Rachie. Gotcha. Xbox Lord Chaos 78, welcome in. Says sounds like Beavis and Butthead. Man, if they just kept it to humanoid people, I'd be down with Ham as well. But I don't know. I'm just weirded out by the whole like humanoid animals thing. It just doesn't work for me.
No, I get it. Some people
Yeah.
really don't like that stuff, so it's fine.
Yeah. No, not challenging your proof, Rachie. Not challenging your proof. Just talking about in general. I don't mind woke games as long as they're good. Next, we have Descenders. Next welcomes players to the snowy slopes this April.
Which sounds hot.
Descenders wants players to live out their snowboarding and mountain boarding dreams and is set to welcome players to his extreme world on April 9th, 2025. Obviously, there's music. What? What? Wheels. Okay. Interesting. Okay. That's at least 6 hours of my life gone. I'm definitely going to play this. I'm not sure it's going to hook me, but
That looks hot, bro.
yeah. Yeah.
And
At
the
least- at
Senders
least-
is pretty good at, staying on top of their games. That look it's giving me cool border vibes.
Yep. And that's why I'm saying like
I've been waiting for that kind of vibe. No, like I was hoping to get that with the Ubisoft game, but of course Ubisoft it. So
Yep, they did their thing.
they
Ubisoft did their
did.
thing.
They sure fucking did. They sure did. Just put a bunch of stuff in the game.
Yeah.
And asked you to pay for the cool stuff.
Anyways, let's talk about good stuff. Descenders next, coming to Game Pass day one.
Dude, that
We
looks
agree, Ham.
so
Day
good.
one. Yep. April 9th. Oh, fuck. I need to go back to my Excel sheet and fucking replan. Every
That'll
few
be
weeks,
nice
I
to
have to go
play.
there and replan what I'm going to do in the next few months.
That'll be nice to play between South and Midnight and Expedition 33.
Ooh. It would be. It would be. All right. Descenders next. Y'all make sure to highlight that it's coming out April 9th. I'm pretty sure it's coming out everywhere else, not just on Xbox. But yeah, ID at Xbox, it's coming out on Game Pass as well, day one. Next, Tempopo brings a music puzzle game to the
This
sky.
sounds
What?
terrible.
Huh?
The aesthetic just bothers me.
Okay, I'm just going to put the music on, dude. Because it feels like it sounds like the music is actually an important and
No,
an
don't
integral part.
leave it off.
No?
No, let
Jeez.
this run. Let this get over and let's move on.
God damn, bro.
I don't like. This is something that my daughter would download and be like, "Dad, look," and I'd be like, "That's fine," and I just walk away.
Damn. Damn. Okay.
I'm not interested.
April 17th. April 17th, for anyone that cares. Next, we have Woodo is a striking game about bringing gorgeous dioramas to life. Okay. Let's give it a chance. I mean, the raccoon game surprised us, right?
It sure did.
This one's not.
What the hell is happening? Can you just turn on the audio? Okay, never mind. Never mind. Never mind. You can leave that shit off.
What? That's the gameplay.
This is not for me, buddy.
Oh. Banger. Banger incoming.
Again, something that my daughter would be like, look, and I'd be like, huh. It'd be one of those things where I'm like, sweetie, I'm happy that you're enjoying a game, and I just keep it pushing.
Oh. Yeah.
Hell yeah, I want her to enjoy video games, but I'm not gonna tell her that I like every game she's playing.
Yeah, I'm good. We agree, Woodo is not. We're not the crowd. We're not the demographic.
I'm hoping my favorite games aren't her favorite games because that'd be weird.
That'd be strange. Next, the Lonesome Guild.
She's 7, so yes, that would be very strange.
Yes. Next, the Lonesome Guild is all about adventuring as a ghost and being nice to your adorable animal friends. Okay. In a world shrouded by loneliness. Okay. There's hope here.
Nice.
Yeah, it does. It does. You're a ghost. Okay. And then?
Ghost Awaken. Oh, God. Uh-oh. What are we doing? Mute it. I don't hear that.
I'm good.
Hold on a second.
Yeah, this one's for you, but
Uh,
I'm good.
it looks all right. It doesn't look like something I'm running to play, but it looks all right. Looks like something something I'd try in a really slow month. But
Yeah,
I am
maybe.
not looking to. I am not fitting this in to my 2 plays or even 2 try. It's more of a, oh, there's absolutely nothing else, and this seems interesting now.
So essentially, you're probably never going to play this because even if you say there's nothing else new, your backlog is still there sitting.
Well, like I said, sometimes I like a palate cleanser, right? I told you that earlier.
Yeah.
And sometimes I'll download something like this and see if I like to play it. And it looks like it's 35-65 on that one. You know what I mean? I get a 35% chance I'll like it, 65% chance I delete it after about 25 minutes.
Yeah. For me, just hard pass on this one. Very hard pass. Next, horror game Buckshot Roulette will soon bring high stress to PC and Xbox Game Pass. Shout out to, oh my god, I'm probably going to get in
Vic?
trouble with this one. Someone gifted me this game. I'm
Yeah, was
forgetting
it
who it
Vic?
was. Oh yeah. It was Vic, the motherfucking click. He gifted me this game, and I promised him as soon as I finished streaming Dustborn, I'd then start streaming this one right
I
after.
streamed it
So.
and I won.
Oh, okay. And did you
You
enjoy
should
it?
do it too sometime.
Did you enjoy
See?
it?
It's really short.
Huh.
There's probably a little bit more to it than I played, but like I beat the first thing, or at least
The main game? Did you beat the main game?
I think so. I thought I did.
It might be one of those situations like what's it called? The game with 2B. I'm forgetting it. Ah, damn it. Yo,
But see, I
shotgun
didn't play it
roulette.
with that many people. It was just me and the computer. This looks like it's like you and a bunch of other people, possibly. Maybe it's multiplayer. Maybe it's multiplayer, and we all need to play it on stream against each other. I think
Yep. Yep. Maybe that's what we need to do. We need to buy a copy for you, for Matt, for Mental, and for Cozy as well, and then play some shotgun roulette. Oh man, that this it kind of looks interesting. Yeah.
it'd be great.
So
Like if
that was the last
everybody
one.
like streamed to Twitch or something, I could pull everybody's stream so we'd all have it going or something like that. It'd have to be. It'd probably have to be on Discord. Just stream it to Discord, so then there's not as big of a delay. Because I know on Twitch there's a heavy delay. But yeah,
Yeah. Buckshot roulette. So that was the showcase. Ham, thoughts on the showcase? Out of 10.
Out of 10, I'd say it's like a 7 or 8.
I'd give it a 6. But I ain't
For
trying to fight.
like, am I rating it as a showcase of just showcases, or am I rating it as an indie showcase?
As an indie showcase. Because when we rate like the state of play, for example, we can't rate it as if it's the freaking PlayStation showcase. You know what I mean?
Okay, fair enough then. So yeah, I give this like a 7.5.
Yeah, exactly. I'm at a 6, but yeah. For me, it's the space game, the space game, the raccoon. Oh, blueprints, and the raccoon. Oh, and also Hotel Barcelona. Those are the highlights for me. For you, I'm guessing it was the space game, the raccoon game, and what else?
The space game, the raccoon game, the Hotel Barcelona, the
Ooh.
camper game, Descenders.
Mhm.
Um, uh, well, I already got Buckshot Roulette, but that's a good. That's a pretty fun, interesting, but quick game as well. 33 Immortals was pretty good. Um, what was the first one?
The first one was Balatro.
Oh, Bellotro was a nice touch, but like it's just not my kind of game, so I'm not even gonna count it. There's a couple other games on there that were interesting, just not like day ones for me or like even close to, but I'd still be willing to play. So that's why I gave it a 7.5, is because it had a lot of games I want to play and some games I'd be willing to try.
Yeah, it's all right. It's all right.
That's like a C plus, right? I think that's pretty good.
Yeah, yeah. Definitely don't feel like I missed out by not watching it live, but also I'm happy with what I saw. There's some very interesting stuff there. Anyways, let's keep it pushing, Ham. Let us.
Shout out to Poison Maniac. He shared the stream out as well.
Nice, nice. Let's move on to the next topic of the day. The next one is Warner Bros. And their cancellations.
Cancellation.
Ah,
And the
man,
shutdowns.
I don't know. Like, I probably have a controversial take on this one.
Look, you act like you're saying something rare.
No, it
You're
is
like,
rare.
you make
It
it
is.
sound like it's outside of your character,
It
something,
is.
something that's never done by Loki before. Going ahead, going ahead.
All right. Warner Brothers cancels Wonder Woman game, closes 3 studios.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get into the specifics of the article. So they're canceling the planned Wonder Woman game and shutting down 3 studios: Monolith, Player First Games, and WB San Diego, according to Bloomberg reporter Jason Schreier. We have had to make some very difficult decisions to structure our development studios and investments around building the best games possible with our key franchises: Harry Potter, Mortal Kombat, DC, and Game of Thrones. After careful consideration, we're closing 3 of our development studios: the aforementioned Monolith, Player First Games, and Warner Bros. Uh, Games San Diego. This is a strategy change in direction and not a reflection of these teams or the talent that consists within them. This is essentially the whole. When they're laying people off and then they're telling people, "Oh, we are family." This is the same level of bullshit. Anyway, let's move on with their statement. The development of Monolith's Wonder Woman video game will not move forward. Our hope was that was to give players and fans the highest quality experience possible for the iconic character, and unfortunately, this is no longer possible within our strategic priorities. This is another tough decision as we recognize Monolith's storied history of delivering epic fan experiences through amazing games. We greatly admire the passion of the 3 teams and thank every employee for their contributions. As difficult as today is, we remain focused on and excited about getting back to producing high quality games for our passionate fans and developed by our world class studios and getting our games business back to profitability and growth. in 2025 and beyond, getting it back. So it wasn't there. It wasn't there. All right, Ham, go ahead. That was a statement from Warner Brothers.
I mean, just more things getting gone, you know? I mean, if you're unfamiliar with the studios, like Monolith, they've been around for a long time. Like Monolith was around during the 90s. So it's weird seeing them be gone. They started out with a game called Blood. Later on, came out with games later in the 90s, TNN Outdoor Pro Hunter. Got more popular later on with like Fear and Condemned in the early 2000s and stuff like that. But then really got to kicking in like the 2010s with like Guardians of Middle Earth, Gotham City Imposters. But the one that hit big was Middle Earth Shadow of Mordor. That one was a big hitter. 2017's Shadow of War was also a pretty big deal. But it's just pretty nuts to see that they're gone. Also, we were talking about Player First Games. They're known for Multiverse. Personally, I felt like Multiverse, the way that game was handled, was slimy as hell. To go into a beta and show off the game, have people spend money off it, and then take it offline, then to re-release it later and then shut down the studios. It's just like do y'all have any idea what y'all are doing over there? Like, it's just like it goes beyond just Player First Games. It goes into looking at WB themselves. It's just like, dude, you guys seem unhinged right now. And then who was the last one?
So it's Monolith, Player First Games, and WB San Diego.
Yeah, WB San Diego. Oh man, okay, so that was the Warner. What was that the Wonder Woman studio, or was that Monolith?
Monolith was doing Wonder Woman. Monolith was doing Wonder Woman.
Monolith was okay. I'm trying to see what San Diego even did.
WB San Diego. Let us see. WB San Diego Games.
Yeah, dude, I don't see shit.
I can't find any credits for WB San Diego.
Yeah. So there's that.
They must have made something. Come on. No
Well, I was
way.
sitting there thinking, I was like, man, I've never seen a splash screen with that. Maybe, yeah, okay. So Mental says it was a support studio, so that makes more sense.
Okay.
That makes more sense. I was gonna say, because I've never heard of anything that they've made. I've heard of the other two with their games, but like I've never heard of a WB San Diego with their games. But yeah, it's a support studio. There you go. Did you get Ray Cheese super chat earlier?
Ray Chi.
Here, I'll put it on the screen.
Yeah, I already got that one. Drawn TJ, thank you so much for the $2 super chat. Either Warner Brothers and Ubisoft merge or Xbox buys Warner Brothers. Like, I don't want to get political, Ham. I don't want to get political.
Then don't talk about games.
I'm going to talk about games. I think Xbox will face less friction if they try to make big acquisitions now, then years past.
Oh, for
That's
sure.
as deep as I'm gonna get into it. I think they might even get encouraged to make more acquisitions. Welcome in, Dron TJ. Appreciate the $2 super chat. So anything else you wanna add to the whole closure thing, Ham?
I mean, copy and paste what I've said about every other studio getting closed, pretty much. Just kind of
Mm-hmm.
stinks, but at the same time, these are businesses, not these buildings don't have feelings,
Yeah.
and neither do the people that invest. So, so yeah, it's unfortunate, but it is what it is. It's another day in gaming.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll be brief. I think Wonder Woman. It's sad. It's sad that Wonder Woman and Superman haven't had.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah, I do want to speak about Wonder Woman, but go ahead. I want to hear what you have to say.
Yeah, I think it's sad that Wonder Woman and Superman have been so neglected in terms of the video games that they've had released around their IP. Batman's awesome and all that stuff, but it would be nice if the game developers could, be brave, be bold, stop being so afraid. Otherwise, you know what? The Chinese developers are just going to do it. And then you're going to be upset about it. You need to do it. Don't worry about the scope of Superman. Just do something. And then it will improve. But yeah, I think it's a sad day that Wonder Woman is not going to get her game. I was personally interested in playing the game, and I like the character as well. As for the studio shutting down, my take is that I don't really care about AAA studios shutting down. Um, there's always another one, you know. There's always another AAA studio. It'll be fine. And if they aren't, the Asian market is coming through. And even if they don't, the indie scene is also thriving. So yeah, I know we're supposed to be upset and sad about the closure of these studios. The only real loss here is the fact that these pricks copyrighted the Nemesis system, and now no one can use it until 2036.
That's
They they
WB's problem.
they won't be using it because they're shutting down these studios that made the games, that made that use the system, but now no one else can use them. So
Yeah.
again, if you needed more evidence of why we lose nothing when giant corporations take an L, there you go. Even as they're taking an L and leaving, they're still taking something away from us. Thank you for the super chat, the $5 super chat. Ron TJ says Xbox buying WB would put them in competition against Apple, Amazon, and Sony with TV, and they would be saving studios from being shut down. That's true. That's true. I'm not sure they'd be able to manage it though. I'm not sure they'd be able to manage it. They definitely save it in terms of, oh, we here's some money to keep things running, but I don't know if they'd be able to like make it more profitable. You know, I'd be interested to see that future because under the current management, it's not looking great. But I'd be
Yeah, I'd
interesting.
love to see it, but hey, like I would be interested in like who's managing this and what is your guys' plan. My whole issue with Wonder Woman is I just don't feel like that's the appropriate character to go with right now.
Really?
Yeah, really. Like, and I think Wonder Woman's amazing. It's one of the best DC characters. But I don't think that's the right choice right now. I think right now what WB should have done is use a character that is really interesting in powers and what they can do,
Yeah.
but can afford to grow in popularity and not be already way too popular. And oops, you fuck up, and it's like the whole fucking DC universe looks stupid.
Okay, can you propose another character then? If not Wonder Woman, then who?
It would be really cool to play a cyborg.
Hmm.
I think that I think you could make a badass cyborg game.
I'm taking Wonder Woman over Cyborg.
Sure, but like I said, then you can't miss.
Yeah,
You
yeah, definitely.
absolutely can't miss.
You have to nail that one.
You have to you have to nail that one. Something that would be interesting in seeing what they could do in a technological standpoint is
Yeah.
Aquaman.
You think Aquaman could work?
I think it'd be really cool to see Aquaman, especially from a technological standpoint of what they can do in gaming with like the power of water and the physics and stuff like that. Like I think that would be cool.
Yeah, they'd have a real challenge creating Atlantis. But again, Ham, this speaks to like the scope aspect. They should just they even if they were to make an Aquaman game, they should just be brave enough to make the invisible walls. Fuck it, man. You cannot swim across the entire ocean. The ocean has this specific section. This is where you swim in. This is the area. Cope, cope. Get mad. It's fine. But this is it. Do you know what I mean? I feel like a lot of these devs, well, not a lot of them, but the issue of scope has been brought up too many times, specifically towards Superman, and I just think it's disappointing that they won't even like try. There's a game on Steam. I'm forgetting the name. There's a game on Steam that actually gives it a proper stab in terms of a Superman game, and it doesn't fulfill the entire Superman fantasy. But bro, give us something. That's how I feel about that. So even if it was to even if they were to make an Aquaman game, it's fine. Make it.
I think it'd be even cool to see like a Green Arrow.
Yes, I would play. I would play a Green Arrow game.
Like Green Arrow, a Hawk Girl game. I think
Hawkeye.
Hawk Girl would have been better to me than Wonder Woman.
Hawk Girl. You know what? You might be onto something with that hammer, right? The mace.
Hmm.
I can see. I can already picture the combos. I can already picture the combos. Welcome in, retro.
Like,
Welcome
wouldn't it
in.
be dope to just jump off like a building and then just soar down into an attack?
That'd be awesome.
Like, and that's kind of all I'm getting at is like there's a lot of opportunity that they could have had, even if they would have made like like I think it would have been more. It would have made more sense instead of Suicide Squads. They should have made a game called Lex Luthor.
I need you to add some context there because we both agree that Suicide Squad, not only did it fail because the main characters aren't exactly like mainstream, but also they didn't lean into what those characters were. They just It gave them like shotguns, machine gun, a sniper rifle, pistols.
Bro, I think it would be so cool to have a Lex Luthor RPG where you could have multiple different endings. Into where you win or they win or the planet's destroyed and nobody wins or something like that.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Like I mean, you could do that with them, like Dark Seed, fucking whatever, dude.
I disagree, Fuzzy. Fuzzy says no way Cyborg is big enough to carry a game by himself. Just put him on the Teen Titans like everyone wants. I completely
I
disagree.
agree. A Teen Titans game would be hot.
I think Cyborg could carry his own game.
I do too. But I'm just saying a Teen Titans game would be pretty hot.
The problem is that people the issue is again, I keep going back to the word scope. The RoboCop game, Ham, that game is clean.
Yes, because it knows exactly what it's doing.
And it didn't cost hundreds of millions of dollars to make. And when it only sold 4-5 million, everyone was happy. Everyone made bank because the scope was kept realistic.
What do you think about a Shazam game?
I'd rather play Superman.
True. Fair. Yeah, it's a little too close.
Yeah, just give me Superman. If you're gonna do Shazam, just give me Superman. Ooh, Dairizi, the Flash.
I didn't want to mention the Flash because that's right up there, and I feel like I'm disrespecting Aquaman a little bit, but like I feel like the Flash and like Wonder Woman's superpowers. I feel like Wonder Woman's superpowers are easier to understand and put in a video game. Same with I feel like Aquaman's would be too, but the Flash, man, I feel like
it'd be tough.
That would be another one. That would be even worse than Wonder Woman, right?
That'd be worse than Superman. That'd be
worse. Nothing's worse than Superman in the margin of error. Nothing's worse than Superman in the margin of error. But like, I think the Flash is the next game to be almost as bad as Superman, just because.
No, I think Green Lantern after Superman. After Superman, Green Lantern, dude. Because then you have people bitching about, oh, I want to fly all the way to Mars. Why is there a loading screen when I want to go to Mars as a Green Lantern? I want to fly there.
I don't know. You can make it like fucking Star Wars and make it look like you're flying there. You're not really doing it though. Remember, everyone was like, "Oh, you can't do this in Starfield," and then you find out what it really was, and you're like, "Oh, this is just a load screen that I can wiggle in."
Pretty much. That's all that changes. Tai says you want them to make a Superman game that's limited due to scope, but you won't even give Sam Wilson Captain America a pass. They're not the same thing.
I'd be down with the Captain America game too. If we're talking, if we're going Marvel, that would be hot.
Yes,
I'm not huge into like I said.
Are they already making a Captain America game?
I've liked a lot of their video games, even though I haven't played a ton of them.
Ham, aren't they already making a Captain America game?
He might be. I don't know.
EA is making a Captain America game.
I know that they're supposed to be making a Black Panther game.
It's a Black Panther game that features Captain America. It's Marvel 1943 Rise of Hydra.
There it is.
Yeah. My bad. Wow, this is coming out December 31st, 2025. Yo, this year is going to be fun.
December 30th. They put it on the last day of the year. Fuck out of here.
Might as well be January. Anyway, Tai, it's not the same thing, dude. You're talking about reducing abilities and completely changing the character to someone else. It's not the same thing. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It just is what it is. Green Lantern has the same potential. Green Arrow. Welcome, Abdul114. Back to watching some friends. Welcome, welcome. Appreciate you. Suicide Squad characters weren't unique. They were default. That's one reason. Yeah, exactly. We have to be fair. Abdul114 says rather a Deathstroke game at that point. I think a Deathstroke game would be good. I think that'd be fine. If Nightwing, Batgirl, Robin, and Red Hood couldn't bring people in, I don't think Cyborg can. DC's brand power is in the trash right now. And my point to that, Fuzzy, it doesn't really matter what skin you put it in. It has to be a good game first. I think a lot of people make the mistake of correlating, oh, big brand name, lots of sales. Let Suicide Squad be proof that it doesn't matter. It doesn't really matter with the name that you put on the screen. Superman, what was it? Superman N64 had Superman on it. No one bought it. It was a trash game. They just have to make it a good game. That's all they have to do. Abdul says BTW FO ponies saying we the next. Who's we? Abdul, do you work for Xbox? Do you work for Xbox? Ham, what about Doctor Strange? What do you think? Doctor Strange. Ham, are you still there? I think we must have lost Ham.
I'm sorry, I was talking, but I didn't know I was muted. No, no. Who'd you say?
Doctor Strange.
Yeah,
Abdul
that'd be dope
114.
because he has that like I've been liking magic and stuff like that in games as of lately and stuff like that. So I think that'd be pretty cool to see him in it.
All right.
It'd be kind of cool to play as like a wizardy dude, yeah, but have that type of power.
Dairy, what the hell, Ham? Ham. Oh, I'm not even gonna put you. I'm not even going to put you up on the screen, Dairy. I'm not gonna do it. Ham, look at what Dairy said.
Oh my god,
That's
that is awful, Daireezy. Jeez Louise.
yeah. On that note, I think we can move on from.
Hey, the next thing I want to talk about is
Yeah.
what I sent you.
Okay.
You should
Okay.
put that on the screen.
Hold up. Let's get rid of this. This does look interesting. It looks like it would be a big success story if it pans out the way people are kind of projecting that it probably will. Hold up.
Maybe.
Give me a sec. All right, so this is from the Gaming Bible. It says Far Cry 7 tease leaves fans quietly optimistic. Despite not having been officially announced by Ubisoft, it is widely believed that Far Cry 7 is in early development, and this recent tease already shares some information about the game's plot. It has been 4 years since Far Cry 6. Wow, already.
Yeah, bro. 2021.
Wow, it feels. I thought Far Cry
I mean,
6
really,
was
it's only been 3.5 years, but close enough.
that's still a long time. You know what? I'm glad they're abandoning the whole thing about a Far Cry game every single year. I'm glad. I'm glad they're bringing that down. Anyway, it's been 4 years since Far Cry 6 was released, and despite its mixed reviews, fans of the long-running series are still eager to find out what will be next. Check out the story trailer for Far Cry 4 below. Although Ubisoft has not officially announced Far Cry 7, some rumors over the years have hinted at its existence. So it may not be long before we get a informal confirmation. No, no, no. You don't say an. It's a formal confirmation. This is wrong. This is wrong. With no official details about the game, it is these leaks that have been keeping fans satisfied, and that includes leaked casting calls which were first discovered last year before being taken down. Luckily, the original poster is back and has shared the information once more over on our gaming leaks and rumors. I'm guessing that's Reddit. According to this casting call, the plot for Far Cry 7 will focus on the wealthy Bennett family, which consists of Layla, Dex, Bree, Christian, Henry, and Krista. With comparisons to hit television show Succession, the story will follow their power struggle, with one of the game's villains being a man called Ian Duncan. He is described as a conspiracy theorist with an army of believers, and is envious of the wealthy elite and the power they wield. Cringe, cringe. We all know who he is playing here. Anyway, there are also secondary characters called John McKay and Dr. Safna Kazan, but not much else is known about them. Last but not least, New England is the possible setting for Far Cry 7, as the location was mentioned multiple times in the call. New England as a setting is an odd choice for FC, user Super Bunzel wrote. Like, there are very remote places in it, but nothing surface level different than FC5, except more boulders and softer mountains. So make me wonder if this is the radical departure leaks have been talking about. Homemade Shock wrote, I know people sit on Ubisoft, people shit on Ubisoft for their samey franchises, but not gonna lie, I do have a soft spot for Far Cry. Far Cry 6 was weird, but I'm hoping 7 is more like 3 to 5. Of course, none of this has been confirmed, including the game itself, so it's worth taking with a pinch of salt. However, if true, it will make for an exciting story, to say the least. Ham, go ahead.
It sounds like a wild idea, right?
Mhm.
Because I mean, as they just got done saying, like a lot of Far Cry is known for is kind of wandering around doing stuff at your own pace. So to see that they're going towards more of a timed based game, or seemingly, because this is just leaked information, that sounds a little weird. But I mean, it could be based off of like a day system, right?
Mhm.
Where you have like, because they said like 72 hours, 24. I didn't really understand exactly all of that. Like, did you need to save them within 3 days or within the 24? Did you understand that part?
Sorry?
Whether you need to like stay them within the 24 hours or the 72?
No, I didn't see. I didn't see anything about 24 hours or 72.
Oh, you
Was
should
it
keep
maybe in the,
going.
in the next article? Because it looks like there's another article down here. It says Far Cry 7 releasing way sooner than we expected. Ubisoft didn't exactly have a dazzling 2024. One of the year's big headliners, Assassin's Creed Shadows, was delayed into 2025, and Star Wars Outlaws just failed to land with players. That's something that I'm now finding to be quite baffling. I've recently finally started my playthrough of the game, and granted, I'm experiencing it past a couple of major patches, but I'm having a truly fantastic time. But I digress. The company will surely be hoping for more prosperous 2025, which is something hopefully the release of the aforementioned Assassin's Creed Shadows will secure. The year could bring us another surprise, though, marking the return of beloved Ubisoft franchise Far Cry. Take a look at the shadows below, blah blah blah. Insider Gaming's Tom Henderson, who has a pretty good track record when it comes to Ubisoft, has teased that Far Cry 7 will arrive by the end of 2026. Henderson doesn't know exactly when the game will be released, nor when it will be revealed, but fair to say a 2025 reveal is possible considering this rapidly approaching launch window. In recent years, Ubisoft has saved its major announcements for its Ubisoft Forward showcase, typically held during Summer Games Fest, so perhaps we'll get our first tease for Far Cry 7 this summer. I think I think this article is just talking about it may be coming soon.
No, keep going.
All right, I'm going to the next article. Far Cry
No,
7.
no.
Oh,
Go
it's
back to where you were.
in this one. All right, cool. Henderson doesn't know exactly when the game will be released. In recent years, okay, as for what Far Cry 7 might entail, well, it's rumored to feature a time mechanic, which will see the protagonist tasked with saving his family held hostage by terrorists within the space of 72 hours.
Okay, so yeah, 72 hours. So I wonder if you
Okay,
have like three. Yeah, I wonder if like you have like missions that are like day cycles.
missions that are day cycles. That,
Like you get so many missions done, and then that day is over,
mm-hmm.
right? And then you go into the next day because it said 72 hours, right? Like I'm wondering how they would do that. Like limit you to only being able to do so much stuff within a day or something like that. Kind of like Persona does.
Yeah,
To
I'm
where
not
you
a
can
big
get
fan.
different outcomes and different endings, so you can't just do everything at once. You can only save these people over here, and but risk losing these people over there, something like that. I don't know. That sounds kind of interesting. If something like that does come to fruition, if that happens to be what they're talking about.
I'm not a fan of games that give you like 6 hours to get stuff done. But hey, if you're into that, man, that might be a plus.
That's not exactly what I'm saying. I'm not saying like 6 hours to get something done. I'm talking about like you have missions within, like you can do, you get to choose to do 3 missions
And
before
then if
that
you
day
do
is
those,
over.
okay, if you each mission takes 4 hours away, for example.
Yes, something like that. 4 or 6 hours away from your
You know
day.
what? That doesn't sound terrible.
That's what I'm trying to say. Exactly that. Yeah. If they gave me, if I turned on the game and then there's a clock ticking down, I'm turning it right the fuck back off. I'm like, come on now, I can't even chill.
Yeah, yeah. I can't even look around. It's like you're on the clock. You're on the clock. You're on the clock.
Yeah, you got to push start and breathe.
Yeah, yeah.
That sounds terrible. Yes, very much like metaphor. You get a set amount of activities you can do per day. Exactly that is what I'm
Damn
saying.
it.
Exactly like that. You asked if I was still cool with Persona Speaks. Yeah, I mean, I'm fine with him. I actually, he's one of the few content creators I've seen in person, which is wild. I've seen him at PAX. Had a beer with him. Yeah, he's fine. I don't have any problem with him. But anyways, continue.
No. You're going off about the things that you're excited for with Far Cry 7.
Oh, well, I'm really just interested to see how they do this one and more or less what story they tell because I'll always feel like they're really good at telling stories, but sometimes the way they do the crescendo of the story is either like insanely wild and cool or sad or kind of ass. Like I thought Far Cry 6's ending stunk. Everything up until the ending was pretty cool, but the ending stunk. Some of the people that you met too, like it felt like they went a little Saints Row remake on Far Cry 6. Where there's a serious situation and there's like almost like a joking kind of, feeling. Like it I'd say Far Cry 6 was the least serious feeling Far Cry, which stunk because they had one of my favorite actors of all time in it.
Are you talking about Giancarlo?
Yes.
Yeah, that's
Giancarlo Esposito is an absolute beast at acting. And I felt like he did a pretty good job at acting in that game. I just didn't feel like the story was written the best. I felt like what he did for that character in the story was pretty spot on what that character was supposed to be. Like it was supposed to be a cutthroat asshole, didn't care, would kill somebody immediately. He did all of that. So like the problem wasn't wasn't like the antagonist. The problem to me was how you as the protagonist kind of how you as the protagonist kind of had dialogue with other people within the world, and how it just didn't really feel like supposedly, this military was taking over this town and it was terrible, right? But it just felt like it only ever felt like in that game it was just me and the military. It didn't really feel like there was really any other part of the world. Didn't feel like there was really anybody that I really cared about. I cared about John Carlo's son in the game, and in my opinion, he kind of stunk. Like I felt like that kid kind of was. He sat on the fence, and it just didn't move, and it was so lame. It was so lame.
So you think that's the worst Far Cry you've ever played? Because you seem to be a fan of the franchise.
It was the worst ending that I've got out of a Far Cry game.
So it wasn't the worst Far Cry period.
Well, I'd say it's the worst. Yeah, I just have to say it's the worst ending. Because there's other parts of Far Cry 6 that were amazing. Right? I thought for the most part, like, flying the planes and, helicopters and stuff like that, I felt like that was the best that it's been. Very improved. There's a lot of things that they improved in the game. The combat felt good in it. It was just like the story, the way it carried itself wasn't too serious, and the way it ended had me like, God damn it. Like, it kind of felt silly.
Yeah.
Far Cry 5 had a rough ending for me. I had a rough ending in Far Cry 5, and I tell you, that was a serious feeling game in comparison. Just like all of the characters around it felt like it was more better based, right? And I didn't feel like the community was as big as like Far Cry 4 because like the Far Cry 4 communities are pretty nuts. And I felt like the community in even New Dawn was tighter than Far Cry 5, in my opinion. That's my opinion. I didn't really love the tight feeling, or I didn't feel the warmth in 5 like that, like I did in New Dawn. Even though New Dawn's a smaller name, but I also felt like New Dawn. Those sisters, man, are crazy, bro. Like those sisters are nuts. Yeah, man. Oh my god. When they handed that kid a grenade, I stood up, I think. I was like, yo, you didn't do that. This little innocent child, you didn't just do that. Just handed them a grenade and took the pen out.
Yeah, the last Far Cry game I played was Far Cry 3 actually. So on this subject I defer 100% to you, and you're the Far Cry expert.
I'm not an expert. I just know what I like and the story, and because I still need to finish 4. So I can't even say like that's better, but Matt really loves 4 and he feels the same way I do about 6. So I feel like I'd probably feel the same way because the story in 4, the way it's going, is insane. And that dude, that antagonist in that game is ruthless as well. I'd say more ruthless than 5.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is in India, but that shit was nuts. I need to finish that game though. I just got really angry at that game because I was playing it with Matt, and then we realized that you can't do any of the actual story missions co-op. You can only do side missions co-op. And I was like, who makes a game like this? Like, why would you make a game where you can only do side missions with your friend, but you can't actually like progress the story at all? In fact, in the game, in certain areas, it recommends that like it says you may want to level up for this or call a friend to come in to help you. And I'm like, so you want me to invite my friend in for this, but I can't do the story with them. You know, I just felt like that was silly. They had some weird stuff with co-op back in the day that a lot of us don't remember. And then we say the new games aren't as good as the old ones, and then we forget some of the shortcomings of some of the old games that are not around anymore. Man. Anyways, continue. I'm done with this. Unless you have any thoughts on it.
No, man. Like I said, the last Far Cry I played was Far Cry 3. Talos Ray says, give me Far Cry 7 already. Clearly, he's also a fan. I don't have anything against Far Cry. It's just they usually launch around other games that I'm prioritizing. And then I'm like, yeah, I'll play it eventually. And then I never do play it. That's been my relationship with Far Cry. But I think if I had the chance, I'd probably find it like the time to play it. But so far, it just hasn't happened. If I'm being honest. All right. Let's continue with a piece of news that man, like when people say that maybe a specific game is cursed, they're talking about Assassin's Creed Shadows or games like Assassin's Creed Shadows, in my opinion. Because this game, man, if it's not one thing, it's the next. Essentially, what happened is that the game got leaked, the whole thing, not parts of it, the whole damn thing. Let's get into the article. Ubisoft responds to Assassin's Creed Shadows leak. Where's the quotes? All right, here are the quotes. We are aware players have accessed Assassin's Creed Shadows ahead of its official release. The development team is still working on patches to prepare the experience for launch, and any footage shared online does not represent the final quality of the game. Leaks are unfortunate and can diminish the excitement for players. We kindly ask you not to spoil the experience for others. Thank you to our community for already taking steps to protect everyone from spoilers. Excuse me. Stay in the shadows, avoid the spoilers, and keep an eye on our channel for more official surprises in the coming weeks. March 20th will be here soon. Ham, have you seen these leaks? What are your thoughts on Assassin's Creed Shadows in general?
What are my thoughts are on Assassin's Creed Shadow, like the whole leaks thing?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't care.
You don't care as in you looked at them
Hell
or
no,
you
I didn't look at them.
Oh,
Leaks
okay.
happen all the time with all different games, man. If you want to know, you could probably know about dang near like half of these games that come out. I'm sure when we get closer to GTA coming out, something stupid's gonna happen with that, or Borderlands, something's gonna happen, or whatever. Like Ghost of Yote might happen, right? Because people are gonna
Yeah.
be probably yelling woke at that game the whole time. So somebody's probably gonna leak something to be an asshole or something. So they happen all the time. I just don't even. I don't even. I don't even acknowledge them. I just kind of move on. And if I see a leak show up on my feed, I usually just mute the person or block them. I usually don't block. I just mute. Usually.
Okay. As for me, these type of leaks, they don't happen often, dude. Like with a full game leaks, it's one thing to have a situation of like Wolverine where little snippets of the unfinished game come out.
Yeah, but are you gonna watch it, Loke? Are you
Am
gonna watch
I
the
going to
leaks?
watch it?
Are you gonna go out of your way to go see these leaks? Because that's the only way you see the leaks for the movie.
Oh,
Is you have to go out of your way to go see them. Just like when people were saying, "Don't look at the Insomniac leaks." Like, yeah, you got to go out of your way to go look at them, right? Some people were like, "We're not going to acknowledge it even happened." You know,
yeah. I don't.
it's true. You got to go out of your way to see this stuff.
Yeah, I also haven't seen the leaks, and I think it's important to note that the leaks it's not because someone hacked Ubisoft or something like that. That's not what happened.
What happened?
It's Ubisoft that just shipped full versions of the game. That's literally what happened.
Oh well,
No
that's
one.
stupid on them.
Yeah, it's not like someone went to their mainframe and stole the data like what happened with Wolverine or whatever.
Yeah.
They shipped the game and then people just got it. I think that's why this is a different situation and why I kind of feel really bad about the whole thing.
So
What?
so hold on. So they shipped the game, so that means it was purchased by people.
Yes, dude.
Oh, so I still don't feel bad. Just people got early access.
No, okay. So people purchased games, right?
Okay.
The Ubisoft shipped. You have to ship thousands or hundreds of thousands of copies all around the place.
Mm-hmm.
The problem is that they delayed the game, but it seems like the shipping of the physical copies of the game was done regardless of the delay. So what happened was the games arrived at their destinations on time for them to be distributed on their original date, which I think was the 14th of February.
Okay.
And what happened was, well, I don't specifically know. I don't specifically know what happened, right? I wasn't there.
I
But
still don't feel bad.
what's been happening is that clearly someone got a hold of these physical copies in the warehouses that have been sitting there and started illegally distributing these full games.
Okay, well
And
now that's bad.
yeah, that's
Because
bad.
it sounded like to me that you're saying that this like people paid
People
for.
bought them at the store. No, that's not what happened. That's not what's
Oh
happening.
well, that's pretty shitty. But like
Yeah.
that doesn't sound like it could have been that. Like how many people could have got the game though if somebody was just distributing like that? Like that sounds like a lone person to do something like that.
I don't think it's that many people. That's why also you haven't had to mute lots of people.
I haven't
You
had
know
to
what I
mute
mean?
anybody.
Exactly. I don't think it's that many people doing it or that got copies. Fuzzy says it got sent to stores for the original February date and the employees just took copies early. Yeah. And then someone got excited and started doing stuff they shouldn't have been doing. And here we are. Anyways, I just hope this I just want this game to come out so we can just be done with it. Cuz it seems like every few weeks there's another problem with a Ubisoft game, specifically this one. It's starting to make me superstitious.
Oh man, I'm not worried about it. Like if the game's good, it's good. Like regardless if a few people got it already or not.
Yeah.
That's kind of the way I'm kind of looking at it. They made a mistake. People got it that shouldn't have got it. Doesn't sound like millions of people got it or anything like that.
Is it still a
Um,
day one for you or
yeah, still gonna be playing that.
all right? Good stuff. Like Matt said, tight shit, tight shit, tight shit. And on that note, we are done with today's news. Oh, nope. We're not done. We're not
Oh
done.
great, god damn it!
But this one we actually don't need to put anything up. Fable was delayed, huh?
Oh yeah, it's
Is
looking good.
Xbox
It's looking pretty nice though.
you're impressed by the gameplay
I'm impressed by the visuals of what I've seen. I'm
of the
not calling
pre-alpha?
anything gameplay until, and I know people are gonna say, "Yeah, that was some gameplay," and I'm sure some of it was, but I want to see like like a fight start and go down. I don't want to see cuts of somebody doing something real quick and then it cut into another thing that happens real quick. Cut into another thing that happens real quick.
And then another thing that happens real quick.
Yeah, and then it's over. There's no question that it looks amazing though. Like it looks really nice.
There's your fight scene. You're asking for fights
Yeah, go back to that whole fight scene.
with the wolf.
Yeah, go back to the whole fight scene.
Look like a werewolf or something. That dodge was very mid.
It
That
looks
dodge was
really
mid.
nice.
Yeah, yeah. Uh, I wasn't a Fable fan back in the day. I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like I ever was. And I am still looking forward to this one. I want to give it a go, but I don't have high hopes, Sam.
I'm wondering if I'm going to be able to wield a gun and a sword. Like that's the only thing that kind of has me nervous right now because I see her using a lot of sword. And the thing that I really liked about Fable was the balance between sword and gun and kind of the swag that went with that.
Mm-hmm.
Because it could be because I didn't mind the whole dodge. I don't mind this dodge, and I don't mind the whole parry and block.
Yeah.
But like, I want there to be like, am I able to do like? Because in the other game, you could do like a spin and then shoot, and then when he gets shot, he staggers a little bit. Oh, there you see the grenade made him stagger. So that's what
Yeah.
I'm kind of like used to seeing is like the gun or grenade stagger, and then go in with a few stabs, and then shoot him with the gun again, and then just kind of keep that going, and like while I'm essentially dodging around the map.
Yeah.
So but I also think that they're being really short with what they want to show us here, and that's fine. And I mean, it's clear that they're being short with what they want to show us because they keep just cutting and cutting and cutting. But I do like the way that horse looks. That looks fantastic. It
Reminds
gives
me
me
of
kind of, uh, it gives me kind of Red Dead vibes in that sense.
yes.
In the way that the horse is there, the execution on some of the cutscenes, as you can see, kind of like right here, where the
Mm-hmm.
guy comes up, puts the thing down and whatnot. Like it all looks like it was, you know, recorded properly, like really properly.
It looks polished. Definitely.
Very much so, and that's interesting. I mean, this is coming from the last game being made by them as a Horizon 5, Forza. It's pretty nuts to think about that. Like, imagine if like Polyphony put out one of these kind of games. Like that'd be nuts, right?
Yep. We'd all
Which
be
is wild because
salivating.
Polyphony does have a different game that they put out way back on like the OG PlayStation, I believe. Totally different game. I think it was like a I think it was like a man. I want to say it was kind of like a mech kind of game, like an Armored Core kind of thing.
Mm.
Yeah, Polyphony. Yeah.
Yes, we're kicking chickens there, Easy. We're back to kicking chickens. I'm with Ty also about the dodges, Ham. Remember I mentioned it. Something's off about that dodge. Again, it's pre-alpha. It's not the final game.
And you don't know if there's upgrades that come with that too.
Yeah,
Possibly. There could be
maybe.
like a parkour upgrade to make you more flexible or something like that. I do
Yeah.
know that this game will probably be very. I mean, the other fables were very like skill oriented, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I could see this game being that way, to where it'd give you like a bigger. Because even even Avowed has that, right? Where you have your regular dodge, but if you upgrade it, you can get like a larger dodge to be able to make. Be able to
Well,
move faster when crouching and all different types of stuff, right? So
mm. Ty brings in the next point that we're gonna discuss is why we think it was delayed. Because obviously we don't know for
Yeah, look,
certain,
you tricked me
right?
into this. You tricked me into this.
I tricked you.
Yeah, you're like, we don't even have to comment that much. We just say this in passing. Here we go. We're on a
Last,
second part of it.
it's the last real
Sure.
like question because there's conspiracy theories all over the place. Why do you think? Okay, when you while you think of yours, I'll tell you why I think it was delayed. I think it was delayed for the simple fact that there's too many games that are scheduled to come out this year. I think it's packed, and we still don't know what the second half of the year has in store. But already, it's packed than a mother. Especially even on the just on the Xbox side, it's packed. So I think they were like, you know what, it's going to release regardless, and people are still going to be psyched for it, even if it's 2026, and that's why it got delayed. And there's a level of projection here because I feel like there's too many like bangers scheduled for this year. So when this news came out, I was a bit relieved, if I'm being honest. I was like, oh, okay, that's one less banger that I have to, worry about
Yeah,
because
it's
because
nothing
just
like the year that they delayed Starfield, where it was like the only thing that and
exactly,
Redfall were like the only things to think about. Now it's like we got a bunch of games that we get that we were gonna get before this game would have even been given to us, and we still get those other games now that this game is moved forward. And then even at that, there's still probably going to be some sort of game given by Microsoft by the end of the year, still, even without this game.
yeah. I mean, just in the month of March, Assassin's Creed Shadows on the 20th, AI Limit, which is another Souls like, but it looks like a banger to me at least, on the 27th, Atom 4 on the 27th, and the first Berserker Kazan also on the 27th. That's just March. April,
I don't know if
South
I'm
of.
gonna like Adam Fall.
I think you will. It's got Fallout vibes. I think you might like it.
Yeah, I don't like UK scene that much though.
Yeah, yeah, you did mention the accent. You did mention the accent.
I don't know. I just tend to find that setting boring.
Hopefully, hopefully it'll work out this time. Hopefully. April, we've got South of Midnight and Claire Obscure Expedition 33 in the same month. May, we've got Doom, The Dark Ages, and then Lost Soul Aside, both releasing in May. September, Hell is Us and Borderlands 4 in the same month. Guys, it's packed. I'm relieved that this thing got delayed. And I'm assuming it got delayed not because it's very 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 rough shape, but because it's like they looked at the window and they were like, yeah, I think we've got enough content for 2020 2025. Ham, why do you think they delayed this?
Ty thinks it's going to the Switch. I don't think this game's going to the Switch. I don't. I mean, PS5, sure, because they've already kind of said, what their plans are with all that stuff. But I don't think it's going to the Switch. I don't think so. If it did go to the Switch, that'd be a wild down. Uh, if it goes to the Switch 2, then bravo on the Switch 2 for finally making a performing piece of hardware.
Finally.
Seriously, like I understand like people say but how about Doom or whatnot? Dude, like the id's engine is like a totally is like an engine all of its own. Like you can put Doom on all different kinds of devices. But like as for like a game like as big as like could you imagine I'm not saying that PlayStation's thinking about doing this at all, but I'm just saying could you imagine like the quality of a game like Ghost of Tsushima being on the Switch too? Or Ghost of Yote, right?
That would be
Because
wild.
if you look at the quality of what this game looks like, the grass and just the level of detail in it, like I don't know if that's hitting the Switch, especially
Yeah.
as big as Fable games are. They're not small games; they're big.
Yeah, because we were just looking at the graphics. You have to think about all the RPG mechanics that are tied to the game.
RPG mechanics, just the sheer size of the levels and all that stuff. Yeah, it's just a lot. But yeah, I definitely think Fable got delayed for multiple reasons. I think it was just like, why try to shove out this game when you got the likes of like GTA and stuff out there that are coming out? Especially if this game needs just a tad bit more, like if there's any question that this game needs any more polish, then coming out looking rough the same year as GTA doesn't set a good precedent.
Yeah.
Especially if GTA comes out looking good and smooth, then that makes you look like an idiot for not bringing this game for so many years just for it to come out and be a buggy mess or something like that. So, like, you got that. You can also maybe help out the following year because you've already solidified that you have a lot of games coming out this year. You had that already without even, you had people thinking Fable was going to be announced, but nobody knew for sure. We had an idea it was coming out because of previous showcases, right? But there was nothing like set in stone like Starfield was, right? Where it had like a date. So like we all were thinking, you know, hey, this could actually happen, and it's 2025 now, and we've heard about that in the past. So all I want is like, you gave me a ton of games this year, something that you haven't done previous years. So if you need a little time on a game that looks like it's going to be solid, a lot of world in that game. I mean, if you just rewind to the earlier part of the video, you see people walking around the town, right? Stuff that complained about in Avowed recently. Like there wasn't enough life in the town, and so Fable will have that. There will be a lot of life in those towns, right? Because it has the one thing Avowed didn't have to really worry about, which is a blessing and a curse at the same time, is they didn't have a predecessor, right? But with Fable, there is a predecessor, so there's a precedent. And if they don't like hit the certain beats that made Fable what Fable is, then they lost immediately, right? And what they're showing off a lot of, most of the only thing that I've noticed that I don't really like I said, that makes me a little nervous is I don't see a gun yet. I see the two-handed weapons, which is pretty cool, right? And I see the staggering with the grenade, which looks good. And the surrounding and everything looks good, but I wanted to see a little swag with the gun and the blade at the same time. Like, I don't know. But there's still a lot to show. This game got delayed, so obviously they got more to talk about and show. And maybe at this upcoming showcase, they might do what they did with Starfield or something like that, right?
Yeah.
Show off what next year is going to look like with Fable. And then you got like, what is it? Perfect Dark and stuff like that that could possibly launch the same year. What is it? I almost said Death by Daylight, but no, not that. What? God damn it! State of Decay as well. That could possibly go in the 2026. So like, so now you're kind of building up 2026 with this, and not having to deal with GTA fucking 6 in your year. You know what I mean? I mean, because I mean, let's not pretend GTA 6 ain't gonna still be stealing the air out of the room in 2026. It still will be, right, but it's still better than being in the in the vicinity in 2025. I wouldn't be surprised to see Ghost of Yote get pushed back as well, just because I know how Sony is with that game of the year. They love it.
Like I'll play it when it comes out. I'll play Ghost of Yote, but
I'm definitely playing it. That's a day one for me, bud.
Yeah. But I wouldn't be shocked or surprised if something better took my attention away from it.
I wouldn't be surprised if there's something better out around that time because there's just so much coming out.
Do we even have a release date for Ghost of Yote?
You'd have to look that up. I don't remember. I don't think so.
Let's see.
I thought it was just supposed to be like fall.
Oh, just 2025? Oh, bro, be careful. That's all I'll say to Ghost of Yote.
It just says 2025?
Yeah, it just says 2025.
Yeah, so that's why I said I think it's going to be delayed.
If it comes out anytime near Kojima's game in August, forget it. If it comes out in May, close to Doom, forget that. If it comes out in September, close to Borderlands 4, I'd rather play Borderlands 4 than Ghost of Yote. I'm just being honest. Ghost of Tsushima 2, I'd probably play before Borderlands 4. But Ghost of Yote, I'm playing Borderlands 4. Also, Hell is Us, another Souls-like. I'd rather play a Souls-like than play Ghost of Yote. So, I don't know, man. Me personally, it's a risky one. I'm interested, but I'm not willing to commit to be like, yeah, definitely day one, regardless of when it launches.
I need Ghost of Yote to come out this year because come on, PlayStation. That's where I'm at. I'm just like, y'all need to do something. Y'all need to give me something from the first party, man. Like, y'all been real. Y'all been churning it out that slow.
People keep buying the consoles. There's no.
I don't care about that. What do I care about that? What's that got to do with me? I don't care about people buying the consoles.
You see that tone?
I already purchased the console.
You see that tone?
I'm waiting for the software.
You see that tone? You see how your voice just went up 1 or 2 octaves. That's how Sony feels. That's how Sony feels. I don't care about you wanting games, motherfucker. I don't give a fuck. That's not my problem. All right, people are buying my console. They're buying the remasters of every single game that you've already played. So sit your ass down, Ham Solo. That's what Sony's saying.
Yeah, and everyone's gonna get a PS5, and no one's gonna. And then they're gonna have this whole thing where people just hold on to the PS5s all throughout the generation.
I mean, there's games to play, but again, dude, if you only play the exclusives, then you're shit out of luck.
I am.
But if you just want to play games, dude, most of the games I mentioned are coming to PS5. Assassin's Creed, AI Limit, First Berserker.
It is. You're right.
Yeah, most of these games are going to PS5. So if you're all about the gaming, you're happy on your PS5. But if you're specifically
you're just sitting here. You're just sitting here just saying stuff right now to me right now. You're just saying stuff because you're just like I am. You're just like I am. You're mad just like I am but you have the most gorgeous mask because you have both of the consoles and the PC and one that you're about to build as well. So don't you sit there and tell me that it don't matter. Because
What?
you bought both of them just like I did, so you are anticipating something on each one of them. When Xbox has a slow year, they don't have nothing come out. It's like, what did I do this for? And then you feel the same way when it's the other side. When I was looking at my Xbox in 2022, I was happy that I had Game Pass, but I was not too happy about the first party rollout. Now that in 2022 was decent with Sony. It was pretty good. But then 2023 happened with Sony. All you got was Spider-Man. And then 2024 happened with Sony, and you got Concord that got shut down, and then you got Astrobot, which was like a 2-day game. So it was just like whatever. Like, well, Astrobot's a 2-day game if you want to just run through it and just complete it real quick. It can be a little bit longer, but I'm just saying, like, Astrobot is not like entertaining you all month long. It's entertaining you for like a week or two. Or if you're Loke, it's not entertaining you at all.
At all. Fuzzy's Fuzzy was actually is supporting you. Ham says, "Got him," and that's true. That's true. I have a PS5. If anyone here is stalking me and goes to check the last time I was online on the PS5, it's a tragedy. It was sometime last year when Black Myth Wukong came out. That was it. Like after that, like maybe a month after Wukong came out, that was the last time I turned on the PS5.
Tell them the truth. It's because you're saving for a pro.
Get the fuck out of here, man. I'm not buying
You're
a
like,
pro.
I want to play it at the best quality.
I'm not a sucker. No.
When I said that he got a PC, I meant he got a PS5 Pro. He has to install he has to put together the plates.
No, man.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm
got
not
some
about
slick
to.
D brand plates.
I'm not about to do all of that. Talos Ray says I got the free Astrobot, hardly played it. Not my cup of tea. The free one, I think it didn't overstay its welcome. The paid one, I think, overstayed its welcome.
I think Astrobot was a good game. I just like it. I don't know. Like, I just didn't feel like it was the best game of last year. That's the only thing that bothers me about that. Other than that, like, it was a good game. To be the only game that came out from that platform was kind of surprising. Especially since they ripped away the other game that they had.
Yeah.
For good reason, but like they did. I mean, I'd want to rip it away too if it performed like that. That's embarrassing. Spend that much damn money. Out your goddamn mind.
Yeah. Anyways. Man, we're supposed to be talking about Xbox here. Found a way to talk about PlayStation. Anyways.
Well, we were talking about it because of just of what you were saying just a moment ago. Oh, it don't matter. There's plenty of stuff to play over there, right?
There's plenty
That's
of.
why we were talking about it, because you said that.
There's plenty of games. There's not many new first-party games. Actually, there aren't any. There aren't any new first-party games. Like, the Xbox is killing it. If we're talking about first party.
Right now they are, yeah. But but I'm not going to sit here and pretend like they've been doing that all generation.
Old gen, yeah.
The first like 3 years of this generation was fucking
tragic.
Was really slow.
That was tragic.
In the first 3 years, people think 2023, and it's like no, 2020 was like the end of 2020 going through. Like it was and then you got to think games didn't really start like rolling out. You can say, oh, Hi-Fi Rush or right? But there was a big space between Hi-Fi Rush and the next game. So it wasn't that it was just like the first domino fell, but like the vibration had to get sent to the other side of the table to shake the other one.
Yeah.
It
took a minute.
But now they're rolling though. But it seemed like Sony hit like they ran out of gas in 2022.
They started well.
And then they got and then it seems like somebody brought them a gas can, and then they gave us something in November, and somebody gave us another gas can, and then they put it in, and they were like, "Oh shit, this is diesel. This isn't fucking unleaded," and it fucked up their car. And then they put that Astrobot in. That was that premium 93, and it was that good, but they still on low gas again.
Oh my god, Ty is so salty. He says yes, Hi-Fi Rush, the console selling game that sold like 20 million copies. Xbox is she. Oh my god.
Anytime Ty hears the word Xbox, he just gets a fucking hard on. He's like, "Oh man, I can't wait to hate."
Yeah.
I can't wait to hate it. But I'm gonna pay for their next game, but I can't wait to hate it.
I'm sorry, Ty. It is what it is, dude. And people are saying that they're going to own the Xbox because they're going to buy the Xbox games on their Nintendo Switch or on their PS5. It's like, okay, I'm going to own TSWS because instead of sending super chats through YouTube, I'm going to send super chats through Twitch. It's like, all right, but you do you, bro. You do you. Own us, and go ahead and own Xbox. buy their games on another platform. I'm sure the guys at Xbox are so sad. They're so depressed every time the cha-ching sound goes. They're so heartbroken. Dairies, he says, I know why PS ran out of gas because COD got stripped away. Fuzzy, that's been a huge problem for Xbox. Every game is expected to be the console seller that puts them ahead of PlayStation, but that's never going to happen. So every game disappoints a group of people. You know what, Fuzzy? 1,000,000% I agree with.
Oh no, he went offline again. I can tell that he said, "God damn it." Yep, I can't hear him though. I don't think any of us can. Up, nope, he just left. God damn it, Loke. Right when he was going in, now he's gonna come back in all docile and weak. It's gonna sound like a wet piece of bread. You just wait and watch. This man's gonna hop back in, sounding like a tater chip. Oh, here he is.
God damn it. God damn it. Anyways, Ham, I was just saying, well, we need to accept the new cycle. All the Xbox games are going to go everywhere. The PlayStation first party games are going to go into our imaginations, and the console is going to continue.
First party games are going to go into our imagination.
The consoles.
Stop it.
The PlayStation
man,
console,
Intergalactic will be out soon.
Yeah, and it's not going to do anything. The consoles are going to keep selling. The PlayStation consoles.
I don't know why you don't like. I don't know why you think Intergalactic ain't gonna do nothing.
What do you mean?
You don't think it's gonna be a solid game?
No, I'm not saying it's going to be a bad game. I don't think it's going to be a bad game. I don't think it's going to move the needle. It's just another Neil Druckmann.
You don't think it's gonna
game.
be like Last of Us?
I'm sure people are going to try to turn it into The Last of Us, but it's not going to be organic. So what's going to happen is that for like 6 months, it's going to trend and it's going to be the greatest game ever made. She's going to be the greatest girl boss that's ever girl bossed, and then people are just going to keep it pushing. And the PlayStation fanatics will continue to pretend like it's the second coming or the third coming, because the second coming was the Last of Us Part Two. It's a masterpiece and all this other great stuff. But again, like I said, the PlayStation console is going to keep on selling like it always has been. After Intergalactic comes out, it's going to be like 9 months with no first party PlayStation games, and then everything it'll keep happening as it's happening now. Xbox will keep on releasing either a mid game or a legit banger every 3 months, but no one will buy their console, and and then their games will continue to do crazy numbers on Steam because they release day one. That's all that's gonna happen. That's all, and I'm looking forward to it because I'm gonna be playing on Steam most of the time anyway. It is what it is. Loki's going to go from Mufasa back to Simba. LOL. I better be able to land on gas giants in the intergalactic. Sure, Fuzzy. Every every time. Y'all need to
Oh,
stop.
demonic.
Y'all
Jesus.
need to leave that man alone. Every time the PlayStation player buys an Xbox game, the Sonic rings cha-ching sound good. I, again, they're owning Xbox by buying Xbox games on PlayStation. That's what they're doing. They're showing Phil that these games suck by paying $60, $70. That's what they're doing. Good on them. Ham, I'm just about good for today. Do you want to add anything before we hop on out of her?
See y'all tomorrow for more Mass Effect. I had a nice amount of people there today. If you guys want to
Yep.
come through and watch more of the playthrough, I've been just hitting a bunch of side missions and knocking stuff out, just one by one. And I'm not exactly trying to 100% the game. I'm just trying to get my fill out of it because I know I'm not going to go back and replay it anytime soon. So I might as well get the most out of it because once I get into two, I'm into two. And once I get into three, I'm into three. And maybe Andromeda if I'm still feeling like playing Mass Effect, but trilogy 100% going to happen and it's going to be just one time through. And I'm trying to go all Paragon for everything.
Oh, Paragon.
I'm trying.
All right. So yeah, do what Ham said. Make sure to come through tomorrow. Thank you so much, guys, for watching, and especially the chat. We really appreciate you guys. Stanley Francois, thank you for lurking, brother. Appreciate that. Everyone else, y'all have a good one, and we will see you tomorrow for Ham Solo's continued stream of Mass Effect. Goodbye.